Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Silver Lantern Archives. Today we are continuing on with Draconic Ascent. Things have gone rather poorly for the party. They've lost most of their allies, and they are in quite a troubling situation. As for what's going on, I will let the lead kobold himself catch you up. Kobold, whose name I
Can
don't
do.
remember all of a sudden. Ruben, there it is.
Yep. Just remember, it's based off of a sandwich. But yes, as we recall from last time, uh, backed into the corner uh, of the infernal dig site, or rather the elemental dig site. We faced down some infernal opposition in the form of a pair of white Abishai. They contended with the molten dragon that served as the mythic sword's guardian. And though we assisted as best as we could, uh, it all ended in a rather explosive final finish. The Molten Dragon giving his life to ensure the safety uh, of his treasure, and as a result, we plummet deep into the darkness below us. Though that is no excuse for combat to end, as our battle takes a free fall change of velocity. Fighting against the uh, red cloaked mages, the uh, draconic mercenaries, and even the two remaining Abishai, greatly weakened but still threats in their own regard. Our party has secured our fallen allies as they fall, and uh, dispatched our enemies. It was a long, drawn out battle, and Reuben found some uh, unexpected versatility with his shield as a primary weapon. But as we plummet into the darkness below, uh, our compatriot Axie readies uh, to stall our descent with a Featherfall spell, and we prepare to face the unknown.
Fair.
Into the unknown.
As you are falling, it is a long way down. More than several moments have passed, and you're really starting to wonder just how deep this crevice goes as you tumble further and further into the dark. You're starting to hear strange noises echo from the branching off tunnels, but you're moving far too fast to get into any of them. But soon there is a black maw that seems to swallow you up as the tunnel around you suddenly pushes away and you are free falling into pure dark. What does the party do as they are falling?
I mean, if I remember correctly from last time, Axie says we were about to hit water.
That's her best guess. She can hear it, but she can't
Has
see it.
has Featherfall been cast on us yet?
Not yet, because she doesn't know exactly how far the ground is.
Uh, I'm gonna cast light.
You see nothing.
What'd you cast it on?
My dagger.
You can see the area around you lighting up your allies, but there is nothing around it until you'll start to hear some kind of whistling sound. And it is at that point Axie casts the spell as quick as she can, twinning it so it hits everyone. I don't even, yeah, she doesn't need to twin it. So she hits everyone, and y'all are suddenly pulled up just in time for the rock underneath you to slam into the water, a large crater appearing in it before y'all start to drift in it, and then the water comes crashing in on every side. I need a constitution save from the party.
Okay.
Sure.
I apparently I didn't pull up my sheet. I thought I did.
You know,
Actually,
technically speaking, according to physics, we would actually be safe because the rock there would be like a channel in the middle. If you look at something slow
Okay,
motion.
maybe not the best start to Ruben.
Oh, what the fuck?
Definitely not the best start to Torquil.
I'm
The
using my
problem
inspiration.
is you fell past the water surface, and the water's coming on each side with
Oh,
quite a
wait a
lot of
minute.
velocity.
1 second, I have disadvantage.
I'm really rolling that with my inspiration. Fuck that.
Okay.
Okay, it's mine's the 17.
24.
Lunaretta, Xerxes, and Reuben are all knocked asunder, very quickly losing their bearings under the water. Who was carrying Sizzlewick and Merlin? I think Merlin was in a pocket somewhere.
Yeah.
Torquil.
Merlin is in my pocket, and Sizzlewick is underneath is under my arm.
You managed to keep a hold of Sizzlewick. But you are
Excellent.
all being dragged underwater by the toe of that giant rock that's going in. Torquil, it's very dark. You can see a little bit of the light from Nimi's dagger as it is sinking alongside her. Nimi actually managed to keep it, so she didn't lose her dagger. As you can see Nimi clinging to it.
Torquil is going to first swim up as hard as he can to hopefully set Sizzlewick to floating so they don't drown, because I don't think you can hold your breath while you're unconscious.
No, but they also don't have a lot of body fat. They're gonna sink.
Shit. I'm still go. I don't want them to die, so I gotta swim up and get them above water.
Gotcha. What is Nimi doing?
So the funny thing is that in order to swim, that requires a movement speed, which I have none of. Therefore, I am sinking.
So Nimi's drowning. As much as
No,
Nimi
because I
can
don't
drown.
need to breathe.
But you can see Toshinori is still moving about. You're not entirely sure what happened to Axie after the hit, because you do not see her nearby. But you can see Reuben and Xerxes. You also don't know where Lunaretta went.
I'm thinking with Ruben's terrible Constitution save, he's not doing too good. That impact knocked the breath out of him, so he's flailing about in the water. For two reasons: he does not know how to swim,
Oh, okay.
and he is wearing chainmail armor.
Uh, are we all like near each other at least, or like all?
No, Lunaretta, you don't
in
see
different-
anybody else.
Okay.
Reuben and Xerxes are disoriented. They don't see anybody. Nimi has light and isn't disoriented and can pick up on Reuben and Xerxes,
Okay,
but can't
so
swim.
yeah, so I am going to mentally tell Xerxes which direction to move up. Like they're going the wrong way, go up. And is also communicating to Reuben that they need to move. Don't breathe, move.
Ruben's responding, "Can't breathe."
You
Moving.
can't respond.
All right.
Do I manage to make it to the surface?
Yeah, you make it just fine. You're able to get out of the undertow before long. The others are getting railed down because you don't see anybody else come up.
All right. I'm gonna pull off my water skin from my belt, pour
Mhm.
out all the water, and blow into it to make a little flotation device, and put Merlin on there.
You realize that's going to be all carbon dioxide, yeah?
So it's still an empty cavity full of air. You ever see a water ball float?
Okay, that's what I thought you
Merlin
were
is,
gonna try to shove him in it and go down with him. It's a submarine.
No.
Like he won't be able to breathe that.
No, I'm using it as a floaty.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
He's
also
making a full floaty.
yes. I'm also going to take off my pants. And have you ever seen a
You wear
survival show where
pants?
they?
I know what you're doing, but I didn't realize Torquil wore pants.
Yeah, I wear
There's
pants.
there's pants in his
No,
artwork.
there's not.
There
I
it is.
feel like
I
we have
s-
canonically established that he wears a kilt.
Yeah,
I don't wear.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. That is not pants.
I remember looking up when he was enlarged. It was quite scary.
Could
Oh.
you use
Oh
a
yeah.
kilt for a plan then?
Oh,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I
Yeah,
thought
we
I
had
wore
one
pants.
bit
Yeah,
with
okay.
Ruben like getting the full eyeful.
He's covered, but he has a waist, a kilt like battle skirt.
You know what I do
thing.
have?
Hmm.
You know what I do have though? I
Hmm.
have a bedroll, which is basically like a freaking sleeping bag, right? So
No.
it has no?
It's a leather roll that you lay on as a pad.
Oh, damn it. I was hoping I had something like
No, none of that. That's not what Torquil has, unfortunately.
fuck. I'm gonna lose all my shit, but I empty out my backpack.
Your backpack
And
wouldn't be well made enough to use as a flotation device.
Damn it.
Because they don't have like zippers or anything. It's just a flap that goes down
Okay.
over a bag.
Fuck. Okay. God, there's gotta be something. I'm gonna start shake. I guess I'll start shaking Sizzlick. Sizzlick, wake the fuck up.
She cannot, unfortunately, as she has 5 levels of exhaustion.
Shit.
But
What about
while
Merlin?
that's going on, Merlin is in the same situation as they're in the same. They did the same thing.
I don't see anyone else around me at
Nope.
all.
Nope. Because you're the only one on top of the water. But down below, Ruben and Xerxes, how are y'all doing?
Not too great. Ruben
mean-
is. Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead, man.
It'd need an
Ruben, like I
athletics
said,
check.
is yeah, he's flailing right now, and
Nimi's help gives you advantage, but you have disadvantage from being disoriented, so you're rolling normal.
I had
Wait,
disadvantage already from
is-
being exhausted.
I just realized something.
Mm-hmm.
So it won't. I can't pull them. I can't pull them because they weigh too much. But Mage Hand is only. It doesn't require verbal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and have it just kind of just push them up. It won't get them far, but just like in
It'll
the
help
right
to orientate.
direction.
Mm-hmm. Which is why they have advantage. Ruben is very easily able to, even with the assistance, Xerxes is actually able to get turned around as well. And it's not long before the two of you surface.
Yeah, yeah.
Do I see them?
Oh yeah, they're right next to you.
I hand Sizzlick down over to I don't want to Ruben. I'll be right back, and I'm gonna dive back down.
You can see they have descended a long way. The only one you can see is Nimi, because of her glowing dagger in the dark.
I immediately start swimming with all my strength down towards them.
The moment I see Torquil, I am just going to mentally state, get the others I can breathe. They can't.
You also don't
Remi-
know where anybody else is, Nimi.
I
Toshinori
keep
has disappeared into the water, and you don't know where Lunaretta or Axie are.
How long? What's the method for figuring out how long a race could breathe?
Number of
when you
minutes equal to your con modifier.
Okay,
believe.
so I can
Ooh.
solidly swim for 3 minutes underwater. And since I'm a
I'm double
Goliath,
checking
I'm
that
pretty
key,
sure
so-
I sink very easily, right?
Yeah, you're kind of stone. A number of equal 1 plus your constitution modifier.
It can last 2 whole minutes.
Yeah, I got 3 minutes. So I keep swimming toward Nibby, and I kind of like asked. I
You have
kind
4
of
minutes.
pointed there. Oh, I have 4 minutes. Excellent.
1 plus con mod.
Nice. I pointed the dagger because I can't see underwater to try to find anybody.
I will instantly hand you the dagger because I can't recast that spell.
Excellent. So I'm just gonna take it. And I hold it between my teeth, and I just start going down. And this, I don't think we'll have any problem with, right?
No, going down is nice and easy.
Yeah. So I start. So I start. I just start basically deep water diving down. My weight and the density of my body just helping me drop like a stone. Do I see anybody as I go down?
You do not.
Do I see the ground? Like, do I see the bottom of this, whatever
You
this
do
is?
not.
Okay, realistically, I would like as I'm swimming down, I'd be counting down because I think I would know how long I can hold my breath.
Yeah, probably.
So I'm counting down to 120, and once I get to that, that's when I start swimming back up.
And you never see the ground. You don't see Axie. You don't see Lunaretta, and you don't see Toshinori.
All right. As I'm swimming up, I of course grab Nimi around the waist, and I start swimming back up with my legs and arm.
It's easy enough to make it back up. The water is calm.
Is it
Save for
cold?
the very cold. Yes.
It's I'm fine. I got resistance to cold.
Yeah, you're doing all right. The other two are not.
Once
Actually,
I break,
I don't think
good.
Nimi's doing well either.
I do not have cold resistance. I have some resistances, but it is not to cold.
Yeah. As you can feel,
I mean,
Nimi is starting to shiver.
I might be a little better off than the other two just because of the item I have on me, but
Actually, doesn't that do resistance to cold, or was it resistant to fire?
I
think it
don't
was
think it
resistance
gave
to
me
fire.
resistance. Oh.
No, that's effectively making it so you're going about the same as the others because you start colder, which means you'll frostbite quicker. But yeah, so they're starting to get affected by the cold. What are the four of you gonna do?
Well, as soon as I break surface, I guess I couldn't see anyone else. Oh my god, it's like the abyss down there.
Ruben, Torkel handed Sizzlewick off to Ruben, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so Ruben has Sizzlewick in his arms right now. Underneath the surface of the water, his feet are flailing at rapid speed, like he is full, duck floating right now. He calls out to Torkel. Torkel, wait, we need to get to land. I can't swim.
Ugh. Torko reaches over and grabs hold of Ruben by the scruff of their neck and puts him out into his back. I'm basically like swimming as hard as I can to keep everyone afloat on top of me.
Luckily, everybody you have right now is fucking tiny.
Yeah.
The two small creatures and the skeleton that is Nimi.
I'm gonna say Nimi weighs like we haven't had a moment's peace. There's no way that I've regained any of the weight that I've lost, and honestly, being exhausted, I've probably lost another 5 pounds.
We need, but the wee lad is right. We do need to find land. Ugh. Oh, Xerxes,
I'm
can you handle yourself?
Yeah, I
I'm,
can
I'm at
swim.
good. I'm at capacity here.
Am I still by myself?
Yes.
We'll get to Lunaretta here in a minute.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You are
I don't know what
MIA.
happened. I don't know what happened to you.
Shit. Fuck. I'm playing riddles in the dark right now.
Nimi's going to grab Merlin
They're
and
currently
hold him.
floating.
Yeah, could hold him above water. Just because my arms still work, so I'm just gonna hold him above water.
Well, they were
Oh,
already above water. I put them on the little floaty.
Yeah, but I don't want them to float away. So Merlin's clothes are wet.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Merlin's what was it? He was wearing like robes, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna be naked for a while. There's hypothermia, and he's the smallest of us all.
That's
So
okay. He
he's
has
gonna.
fur.
It's wet fur, so
He'll do
he's.
better do skinless.
You're right, but his robes are going to trap in and not allow him to dry. So no robes for Merlin. He is standing. He's going to be held above the water, and Nimi's going to be looking around just to see if there's any sort of land.
Everything is just darkness. Can I get a perception check?
From everybody?
Yep.
Alrighty. Let's see here.
Everyone, or
Nope, not Loneretta.
okay.
Here we go. Disadvantage, so perception. There we go. A natural 1. I think, yeah, Ruben is cold-blooded and in icy cold water and suffering from a level of exhaustion, so he's not very perceptive right now.
He's still disoriented as well. Xerxes, you're the only one that catches something in the distance. There's a short flash of light.
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna swim that way.
Are you going
And
to
I
tell everyone that you
motion.
saw that?
Yes, that was the next part. Was I was gonna say I motion everyone to follow me. I think I see something.
Torkel will start swimming in the direction you pointed out. With Nimby, Ruben, Sizzlewick,
Need
all on my
athletics
back.
from a Torquil with
How
disadvantage.
how much
Alright.
does Sizzlewick weigh?
Probably about that of a small child. Closer to 60 pounds at most. Same as
I'm
Ruben.
gonna use a hero point
Okay.
for this. Get myself normal.
Gonna use just continuously cast Mage Hand so that
You could just
fucking
cast Mage Hand and have Merlin float above the water.
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
But Torquil, you're struggling. Your body's exhausted from all the fighting, and the impact threw a lot out of you, and you are struggling to keep your head over water.
I'm gonna look over at Ruben. Ruben wears pants, doesn't he?
It's underneath
He does.
armor, and it'd be hard to get to at the moment.
I'm gonna call out the whole party base.
But you know
Hey,
who
y'all.
does wear pants that's easy to get to? Xerxes!
Oi,
But I like my pants.
Xerxes. I need your pants. I need your pants, bruv.
Okay. I guess I remove my pants.
Are you doing
Only
this while
further.
removing your boots?
Sure. Why not?
So how are you keeping a hold of your boots and your pants at the same time while being in water? Without losing any of them?
I mean,
This is a good question.
I've done that before.
What possible way could I do this?
Because you're in
Um,
older boots. You've got tied pants, and you're trying to keep yourself above water in the dark.
you've got a good point. This is going to be rather
Just
difficult.
hand Nimmy your boots.
That's valid.
There you
I
go.
guess that works. I hand Nimmy my boots, and then I remove my pants.
You have removed your pants. Good job.
As
Oh,
soon
and
as
then
I
and then I hand him over.
as soon as I get them from Xerxes, I tie the legs off.
You don't
I
have
blow.
the hand to do so. You only have one hand.
Okay. I'm gonna instruct Xerxes. All right, now I need you to tie off the legs. Get as much air as you can into them, and then tie off the top.
I'm gonna do that.
I need a sleight of hand check.
Oh lord, this might go bad, guys.
Disadvantage
it's
because
actually-
in the water with wet pants, and it's hard to do.
I'd win.
Damn it.
9. You do decently well, but not enough to hold up a Torquil. But keep up with Xerxes, though.
But you know who would probably work even better for? Ruben. Free up a
Ruben's
little bit
also
more.
in heavy armor.
No, but it will hold a sizzlewick.
Or a Nimmy.
Nimi's going to be the best because Nimi can actually hold on to it.
Yeah.
Fair.
All right.
I will
Alright.
hold on to it and just tie I'll just take out a thing of rope and tie it around my wrist and then tie it on fucking Torkel's wrist.
Should be a little bit easier to swim now.
They're going to get flailed around if it's around your wrist.
Yeah, not around my wrist. Tie it to my belt or something.
Oh, fine, I'll tie it around your belt. Which also, if I'm holding on to this, I can also fucking give me Sizzlewick. I have two perfectly good arms. It's my legs that don't work.
Can the flotation device hold both Nimmy and Sizzlewick?
Yeah, they're both tiny.
Okay, so I hand over Sizzlewick. All right.
I-
Oh, that's better.
I weigh probably about 50 pounds dripping wet right now, if that.
Sizzlewick actually probably weighs more with her robes being waterlogged right now.
Freed up from most of the weight on me, aside from Ruben, but I think I can handle Ruben, no problem. I start swimming again.
Rolling another athletics.
Is this one a disadvantage?
No.
There we go.
You're doing much better now. So it takes y'all a while, but as y'all are swimming, Torquil, you're starting to gain speed, tugging the rope, and you can feel it jumping at your waist. The swim is getting easier and easier, and you're like, hell yeah, I got this. And then you feel the ground underneath you, and it's much better. You feel light as air with the ground underneath your feet again. You're able to put Ruben down, you reach back to pull in the party, and you only have a rope.
The fuck? Would Nimmy have called out saying that they had got off or something?
You are in the zone, and unfortunately missed it when they went back under the water.
I immediately start swimming back out, holding my light aloft, and I'm calling out Nimmy's name.
Because Nimi, unfortunately for you, Xerxes is not a good rope tire in the best of times, much less in
The
this
rope.
time. The
The
pants
rope.
came undone.
Oh.
Not my
Oh.
pants.
I mean, they're
Shit.
still attached, but the ones keeping all the air in went out, so it suddenly deflated, dropping you fully into the water. You weren't expecting it, and went off a little bit. So you are currently drowning with Sizzlewick again.
Okay, I want it to be said, if I realized I was going under, I would last minute just recast fucking Mage Hand before I went under, just to keep Merlin above water.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I understand the pants coming undone, but what about the rope that she had tied around her waist,
It's
her wrist,
soaked,
and
It
my
was
waist?
my
and
wrist.
now it was attached to the. It's wet, and it just slipped off in the issue.
And
That
Nimmy and your thin ass wrists.
Listen, I was not built for physical labor.
But I just start swimming out as hard as I can.
You can see there's a floating mouse.
I swim over to the mouse. Okay, I start looking around. They're floating on Mage Hand, right?
Yeah.
I immediately
Actually, you wouldn't
dive
even be able
down.
to see it. Is Nimi telekinetic or is it actual mage hand?
It's Mage Hand, so it does. They can see it. It's not
Okay,
invisible.
yeah. It's the telekinetic one that's invisible.
Yeah.
So I
I don't
immediately
have that.
dive down and start looking for Nimmy and Sizzlewick.
Need an athletics check.
God damn.
You're having trouble swimming deep enough. You can see the water, but you are starting to exhaust. The armor of Reuben just the weight of your gear, it's all starting to drag on you as you drop down far enough, but it's the getting up that's getting hard.
Wait, I dropped off Ruben. I didn't bring Ruben with me, right?
Yes, I do. However, you just had to swim with him.
Oh, okay. I thought you.
I want
But
it to be known that as I am sinking, my hand is closing Sizzlewick's mouth and I have their nose plugged.
Fair.
Meanwhile, cold-blooded Ruben is, like Torkel said, deposited on the shoreline, and with solid ground beneath him, he is kind of like curled up into a ball and just shivering.
You hear something hit the water, not far from you.
Yeah, I crane my head up to look in that direction.
You don't see anything, but it is in that moment something grabs you by the back of your armor and starts dragging you away from the water.
Oh god.
Hey, what the hell is it? Torquil!
You
Torquil!
get something grabs your mouth and keeps it shut.
Oh my god. Okay, so I still don't see Nimi.
Oh no, you do. The problem is you got to them. Getting back up is now the issue.
Okay, so as soon as I get I'm gonna start swimming back up.
You're struggling to. That's the problem. That was your athletics check.
Oh, I thought that was my last check to dive down.
No, diving down's easy for a rock. The hard part's getting back up as a rock.
Okay.
When you feel something grab you in the water.
Is it Nimi? Like, do I
No.
feel like it's Nimi's tiny hand?
No, it's a much larger hand.
I immediately punch.
Alrighty, roll me disadvantage attack.
I'll have an unarmed attack thing, but
To be just a strength check then. Disadvantage.
Okay. Disadvantage strength check. 7. Lucky number 7.
You manage to somewhat hit it. It doesn't. It feels slimy almost. Almost like seaweed grabbing at your fists, and it starts to tug you through the water
Is it tugging me up or down or to the side?
to the side.
In the direction of the shore or deeper
It's
into
hard to tell in the dark with nothing to look at.
Ah, fuck. What are you doing to us, Cece? What's
You gonna keep trying to hit it?
Damn Skippy.
Alrighty, roll me 3 more punches.
Oh, the last one finally, I think, will hit. Hopefully, please.
No.
I'm just wailing.
It's at that point you get yeeted out of the water onto the ground.
Do I manage to keep hold of Nibby, who was holding
No.
Sizzlick?
No, you do not. Your body is exhausted.
I scramble to my feet and pull out my sword to see what well, I guess. Actually, I'm gonna hold out the dagger to look around to see what the hell is going on.
There is a tall, shambling thing dripping with water.
I'm gonna look real close. This isn't just freaking Toshinori just dripping wet, is it?
Yeah, it's Toshinori.
Oh, thank God. I don't want to text Toshinori all over again. Like last time we ran into them in the dark.
Yeah, you only had to punch him 3 times. Or 4.
I was with this. I tried punching him 4 times, but Toshinori. Wait, fuck. Where's Nibby?
He has both Sizzlewick and Nimi by the scruffs.
Once my head, I am instantly starting to call back the mage hand.
But yeah, it's right next to you. He's been following from above.
Fuck.
I look around. Do I see Ruben and Xerxes?
No, you do not.
Ruben! Xerxes!
Toshinori grabs your face. Shh. And then waves a hand for you to follow him.
All right.
Nimi, you got dropped for a second.
When I get Because okay, the moment that I notice that I'm gonna go back into the water, I fucking toss Sizzlewick up.
Oh no, he's got Sizzlewick in the other hand.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just sink peacefully. I live here now.
I grab Nibby around the waist and hoist them up underneath my arm.
You
Alright, let's
follow
go.
Toshinori up out of the water and on to the banks and into a little alcove under what looks like large mushrooms. Looks very covered, and inside there is a small fire and a bedraggled Reuben and Lunaretta.
Where the fuck is Axie?
As Lunaretta, you got saved by Axie and Toshinori when y'all hit the water.
Nice. Am I awake or
Yeah, you're fine.
was she
You're
like
just
unconscious?
you're fine. It was an ordeal. You're shivering. You're a bit cold. Are you a white one or something else? I think you're
She's white.
Okay, so you have a bit of resistance. That's why you were able to somewhat keep up, and you were with the fire mage. So you're doing better than everybody else. But boy,
Yeah,
was that
Ruben's-
water cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ruben's just trying his best to warm up next to the fire.
Well, that was a fucking ordeal.
Torkel walks up to the fire and places Nibby right in front of it. Hey, I gotta say, that's more swimming than I've done in a while.
You know what? I can go without swimming for the rest of my entire life. All it does is just leaves you all soggy. But, well, it looks like we haven't lost anyone.
Lunaretta, something
At least
else
I
you
don't
would
think
know
so.
is it is best to keep your voice down. As Axie surmises, y'all are probably in the lower dark. People do not survive the lower dark if they're not careful. You are in a very dangerous place.
That's just lovely.
What
Oh.
is?
The
How cold
fact
is
that
it?
we're in a
Very cold.
Nimmy's
to
gonna start.
enter. Oh,
I was gonna say Nimmy's starting to take off clothes because that's a hypothermia 101.
does that even affect you?
Yes.
Hmm.
I don't have any cold resistance.
Torkel takes off the wrap he has around his shoulders, and fully frankly, he probably just takes off his kilt too.
Ew.
Ruben will follow suit, taking off his chainmail armor and even slipping out of his pants.
Well, you know what?
Over the fire.
I usually charge for this, but she'll start losing some layers as well.
There's no such thing as modesty in a survival situation, Lunaretta.
It's not about modesty, it's about capital.
You'll see Toshinori step out and start shaking himself like a dog.
Ew.
Nimmy's gonna start putting like there's a fire going, yes?
Yeah.
So it's just gonna start laying clothes out to start drying as quickly as possible.
Something else you notice about the fire is it is a golden hue.
Oh, we love our fire sorcerer.
Ruben just gives a shaky nod in Axie's direction.
She is not currently with you.
Oh,
Good.
where is the lass anyway?
Scouting.
Uh, so any idea where in the hills we are?
Axie thinks we're in the lower dark.
Oh God, damn it!
All right, I'll be the one to ask. What in the hell's is the Lowerdark?
Isn't the lower dark like a very commonly talked about thing in hushed tones and told as a scary children stories as children?
No, no, it is not. That's the Underdark.
Oh,
Oh, that's not neat.
The lower. Anybody want to
we-
roll me a history check?
Sure, why not?
Give it a shot.
Yeah, I don't think I'd have context for it, so I'll skip my roll.
I've gambled with people who told horror stories about this place.
I would assume
No,
it's rather
no, you would
low.
not.
With a 19?
Not somebody that you haven't heard a lot of this place specifically. What you have heard is that the lower dark is probably a part of the Underdark. However, the only thing you really know about it is an old adage you heard once. If you think it's impossible, it happens in the lower dark. Even the drow are afraid to come here.
We need to get our asses out of this place as soon as possible. Hell, not even the drow can like this deal with this place.
Nime, you have also heard that adage, but not the second part.
Okay. So Nimmy just to Torquil, you just hear in the back of your head. We're not going anywhere anytime quickly. Too many of us are hurt.
And tired as fuck.
Hey, we need a long, good rest as much as anyone I've ever seen.
Yes, I would say maybe about 8 hours worth.
At least.
Unlikely we'll have the time. We're underground next to a watering hole. What do you think comes to drink?
Hey. And in that same vein, what do you think lives in here?
Anything.
We need to get our asses moving.
There's a nod.
Right. Who has okay, so I know Nimmy has five levels of exhaustion. Who else has it? I know it's Sizzlewick and
Merlin.
Merlin. So they can't move at all. Anyone else got a lot of exhaustion?
I think
Who's
What
got
level is
does.
in
two?
free fall?
I have 3.
Can everyone update their token that has exhaustion?
Oh. Yeah, it's a little gray guy, right?
Yeah, the same one I have. Just obviously you will have a.
Right. That's a little counter I have on right now, right?
No, you have that's because you had a healing.
Look for
You
like
had
the
the
little
healer's
gray
kit on
guy
you.
with the thumb
Yeah.
sound.
Okay.
It's called fatigued.
Okay.
Is
Fatigue.
is Torquil fatigued?
No,
I don't think so.
it's going to
Yeah,
be the spellcasters that are fatigued because they pushed harder. Torquil, you're just out of breath. Give it a little bit, you'll be fine again. Toshinori's in the same boat, and then Axie's fine.
And then Ruben, when you click on that, you have the right one, but click the number of levels you have instead
Okay.
of clicking on the token itself.
Does Xerxes have any
You'll-
exhaustion? I don't actually think he used the
Mm-mm.
over thing, so
I
he
don't.
doesn't.
Like that?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't take
Yep,
levels
like
of
that.
exhaustion. I just haven't.
Alrighty.
Xerxes has been smart.
Xerxes has
Yeah,
Eldritch Blast, so.
Yeah.
I also have Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, but I spam.
I just needed to get places faster.
You think we can spend maybe an hour at least? I could use a kip.
There's a nod from Toshinori as his eyes are locked on the entrance.
Torkel sets down his waterlogged sleeping bag, a sleeping roll, and just lays down. Hey, I'm gonna take a nap.
Nimmy's just gonna say in your head, "Don't sleep on that. You'll catch hypothermia."
No
Wait
worries
till it.
about that. I'm mountain born. We don't fuck around. We don't give a fuck about cold most of the time.
Most of the time,
I'm
you can
going.
still be affected by hypothermia. You're just hard to
I,
hit with it.
I I'm gonna have Merlin like lay in my hands for a moment so that I can use Mage Hand to smack the fuck out of Torquil.
Doesn't hurt much.
I don't fucking care. It's the point of the matter.
If it makes you feel better. Torkel like drags his bag closer to the fire. There, puppy.
I totally cut out. I heard if it makes you feel better and nothing after that.
Oh, I dragged the bag closer to the fire.
Okay.
Well, while we have the moment, we should probably discuss our situation. So, can't really think of how it could get worse, except for the fact that while we're stuck down here, our compatriots are miles above head. Well, and we have no idea what status they're at, or if they know we're down here.
You know, I think we've actually gone past the gone so far down. Miles ain't even the right word anymore.
I mean,
what's bigger
Axie
than miles?
estimated us at about 10 miles underground, maybe more.
but based on how far we fell, I think it's safe to assume we can. There's probably, if we were to climb up, that honestly may take even longer than just finding some, I don't know, more immediate means of transportation.
Even if we could climb up, we'd be climbing up to uh, a caved-in refinery. The place is, well, we made it pretty clear that there's no coming out of that place other than the way we went down.
Exactly, which is why I think that we're probably going to be down here for a while. So, counting on rescue, uh, or at least
We're
immediate
on our
rescue, is
own.
probably out the window.
Hey,
Extremely. We're on our own and nobody knows where we're at. Even if our companions are able to go get help, we went through a magic door that they can't get through if it's resealed. And even if they can get through it, they can't get to us. And if we're where Axie thinks we are, who's gonna look here?
would I roll another history check to know if I know anything about the Underdark, or will my his original one be
Oh yeah,
enough?
you can roll about the Underdark. What are you trying to find out about the Underdark?
Would I recall if there's ways to get up to the surface from the Underdark, like if there's
Oh yeah,
cities?
the Drow live in the Underdark, so that's pretty common knowledge. They live in the Upper Dark, so you're gonna have to go find that.
Okay, so I don't need to roll a history check to mention that.
Actually, no, most of them are in the Middle Dark, which is just above the Lower Dark. But the Upper Dark is going to be where you're going to be finding entrances, and most the only time upper surface dwellers go into. You don't see a lot of them down in the middle.
Well, we should definitely start making our way more towards the Middle Dark. Maybe find a city or something.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
find civilization is gonna be our top priority.
Sounds fine by me. I feel like I've spent more than enough time out in the wilderness, so that sounds like a good plan.
You'll spend time in the wilderness.
I mean, we basically have been with how much we've been hiking and being stuck in caves, only to end up in another cave. I think we were even enslaved in a cave for a bit. Actually, I suppose we were doing more spelunking than actually being in the wilderness, but
You've
get the
only
point.
spent like 2 or 3 days in the wilderness itself, outside of being in the camp and in Greenest. Most of y'all's time's been in Greenest.
Well, with how much we've gone through, it certainly feels like we've been away for long enough.
Hey,
You were in Greenest like yesterday.
I'm also talking like in context of reality.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you from Lunaretta's point of view.
Yeah,
Lunaretta's bit was in Greenest maybe a day or 2 ago.
that's fine.
There's been a lot going on since y'all left Greenest last.
you know, honestly, finding the city is a hopeful goal. Our immediate, most pressing matter to worry about is surviving right now. This place is basically hell in earth.
A bit off topic, but has anybody seen my pants? I
Who
don't
had
think I
their
got
pants?
those back.
Nimmy
still-
throws them, do you?
Y'all still
Okay,
have them. Y'all didn't
okay.
lose them.
Okay. I was gonna say, but I didn't have my pants. I've been sitting here without
The-
pants
the-
this
the-
whole time.
most
Welcome
of
to
us are
club.
without clothes. Yeah, most of us don't have clothes. They're getting dried by the fire.
Okay,
Orca was
okay.
is just laying amongst you all, straight up freeballing it.
It's at that point you'll hear movement outside as y'all see Toshinori draw his blade.
I grab my blade and stand up, still naked.
Clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop.
Ruben will stand and equip his shield.
It sounds like it's getting closer. Clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop. Sound of
Do I still have-
hooves.
Do I still have that light? That lighted dagger. Like, is that spell still going on it?
That's
It
a
lasts
Moontouch
an
dagger,
hour.
right, isn't it?
Oh no, I have my moon touched. I cast light on my other dagger.
Okay, yeah, then it's still lit up by this point.
I'm gonna hold up the dagger with my other with one of my free hands.
Clip clop, clip
Whichever hand
clop.
I use.
Hey, Ray,
Still
gang,
like-
this may be our last stand.
Nimmy
It
has a
seems
dagger
to be
in hand.
approaching the entrance.
Hmm.
They all start to see a soft light coming around the corner.
Oh, for God's sakes!
Ah, that fucker.
Clip clop,
Oh.
clip clop, clip clop, clip clop. As a tiny deer walks around the corner.
Nimmy's going to point the moon touch dagger at this motherfucker.
The deer looks at you like, I fucking dare you to try it.
Maybe I understand the sentiment, but we really don't want to have to fight you again, especially not in our current state. We will die. There's, I would stake all my experience gambling on us losing.
Nimmy's just everyone in the back of their head tears. I can't even stand.
And we
It's
still
then
think you
gonna
could
turn
keep our
around and
ass.
walk back outside.
Good. I don't know about the rest of you, but I definitely did not want to die with my bits hanging out.
At this point, I was completely neutral to the thing because either A, it would have been a hard fight, or B, it at least would have put us out of our misery. But oh well.
As it's walking away, Nimmy shoots back. Like shoots specifically telepathically speaks to it only. You have to hate being my babysitter.
Doesn't say anything.
That's fine. Nimmy's just gonna fucking flop on the ground. He's fucking tired. We have officially reached naked, cold, and afraid.
Naked and afraid.
Oh my god.
Would anybody like to do anything, or y'all just resting?
Are we
Anything I
taking
know?
a short rest, like a
I
proper
think
one?
y'all are trying to, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Would I be able to do Song of Rest without making too much noise?
No.
Just so we can receive the benefits for it.
You kind of have to play a song for that.
Okay, then let's see. Yeah. I'm just gonna spend my last hit die.
Gotcha. It's about
Since
10 minutes later when y'all hear the clip-clopping return.
remind me, with Song of Rest, I have to spend a hit die to get the benefit, right?
Yeah, but I don't think they're using Song of Rest. Because they don't want to
I
draw
can't,
attention.
yeah.
Okay. Inconsequential, because I have no hit die to spend.
Yep. As y'all see, the deer has returned with something in its mouth. It drops it on Nimi's lap. There is a bedraggled owl there.
Nimmy's gonna hold Fluffy and is gonna look just owl bear and titties. And is just gonna look up at the deer and just it hears in the back of its head a very tired thank you.
It is going to lay down next to you. It seems to be annoyed, but it's there.
I can be annoyed.
Ruben will give a bit of a sigh as he stands up and says, "Looks like we're gonna need more wood for the fire."
There is no wood for the fire.
Is it just a magical fire?
Yep. Just burn it on the ground, because it can.
Mhm.
It's about the time you'll finish y'all's long rest when you'll hear movement outside again.
Short rest.
Yeah, short rest. As you'll see Axie finally return, with Doot draped around her shoulders.
Was. How would the scouting?
We need to move. And we need to move now. They heard us fall in.
Wasting no time, Torkel will immediately start pulling back on his kilt and his battle shawl.
You hear Axie curse to herself and start snapping her fingers at y'all as the water that has drenched y'all starts fleeing from your body. And your clothes drying y'all in an instant.
Yep, Nimmy's gonna throw her dress back on and throw on her gear, and she's got Merlin floating next to her and Fluffy's in her arms, but this
Fluffy
is
just
where I
goes
make
back in the
my
bag. She's just like, I'm going in here.
fair. This is where I make my stand. Ass on floor, a dagger in hand.
Ruben's not having a bother with tossing his pants and armor back on. He is just tossing it onto his pack and getting ready his shield and sword.
Well, I don't think actually said we're under attack. I think we just have to stay. They said we have to get going.
Yeah.
Also, I think you could have spent the last 10 minutes of the short rest putting your armor back on. I don't think wearing armor affects short rest.
Nope.
In that case, yeah, Ruben will re-equip the chainmail after it's been properly dried and treated.
The others getting dressed as well.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Nimmy's gonna hold out a hand to Ruben and just make a come here motion.
Ruben will approach.
I don't have a hero point to reroll it, so you get 6 HP back.
Ruben basks in the healing energy for a sec. He feels invigorated, but he does shoot you a look of concern as he says, "You sure you got the strength to manage that?"
They're a warlock. double their spell slots back.
True, but they're also at 5 levels of exhaustion for overcasting themselves repeatedly, so
Well, if they do it again, they die instantly, so you'll know pretty quick.
Yeah. You just hear in the back of your head, at least I'll die useful. And that is specifically just to Ruben.
Ruben gives you a hard look at Nemi as he says flatly, "There's no such thing as dying useful. There's living and there's dying." And looks over in Axi's direction as he says, "For the kid's sake, you gotta learn that difference."
Once everyone's ready to go, Torkel will go over to Nimi and hoist them up onto his up under his arm. All right. Who wants to grab Sizzlewick? I don't think it's a good idea for me to carry 2 people if we're trying to run first.
Toshinori's just gonna take her.
Merlin's on floating hand.
It's just quicker if you put him in a pouch at this point. He's small enough to put there.
Then he can go in my pocket.
So, with a wave of her hand,
Oh,
Axie leads
actually.
y'all. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, actually, no, I'm gonna put him in the bag with fucking Fluffy. Not food.
I was about to say, are you sure you want to put a mouse in with a baby owlbear?
Fluffy is a good owl, baby owl bear, thank you very much. So, Merlin, not food. Keep warm. Good Fluffy. Give scritches.
Why do I imagine this thing with like its head tilted back and its mouth open like a baby bird expecting to be fed?
A little bit. But
I'll give. I don't have. Honestly, I don't think the rations I have on me are any good. Plastic hasn't been invented yet. Not with an actual pudding cup. So my fucking pudding cups were probably ruined in the fall. I trust Axie's bag more than mine.
Nothing like the taste of wet pudding.
Axiom leads y'all quickly and quietly away, making sure y'all keep y'all's heads down. She's not running, and she's keeping her body low to the ground. There's a lot of things moving around down here. Be as quiet as we can.
Oh, got it lost.
And if you think I'm kidding you, she points over a cliffside. You see, as y'all
I
get
look.
away from the dark water, y'all are starting to get a lot more light down here, as a lot of the mushrooms and whatnot glow. And moving through some of the mushrooms, maybe 700 feet away, there's a figure moving through some of the taller ones. It looks relatively large, but relatively thin. Looking maybe 22 feet tall if you had to guess at that distance. But it's also very thin and gangly. Long arms and legs and these twisted horns coming off its body. If you look in artwork.
I don't know if I want to look in artwork.
Oh God!
Oh no! Oh no! 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 You son of a bitch!
Oh, that's a fugly looking thing.
That is
What the
death
heck is
incarnate.
That's worse than death. That's worse than death. I'll take death.
Anybody would like to make an Arcana check to identify?
Oh
Make the
yeah.
attempt.
Oh, let's see if Nimi knows what this is. I know above table what that is, and fuck that.
No.
Oracle's never seen it before.
That's a 1.
I didn't
Not
roll
natural 1, but
disadvantage.
a 1.
I don't think you have a
One.
disadvantage, do you, Danny?
No, I don't. It was an accident. I didn't
Yeah,
mean to
that's what
roll
I
with
thought.
disadvantage.
Maybe
Okay.
knows what it. Danny knows what it is.
Oh, the two warlocks.
Anybody else rolling?
Is there anyone else too?
I was gonna say Torquil failed, Lunaretta
Oh,
failed,
Luna's all the
so
way
did
up there.
Ruben.
Okay. I just missed those two. For our two warlocks, that is a Nightwalker. A sentient
Yes.
undead from the plane of shadows. It is
Fuck that shit.
unnatural and malicious, and it takes delight in the corruption and suffering of others. There's a quote about a Nightwalker, but I have never seen nor heard of one so large. Terror lives in its eyes and death in its hands. This is a foe beyond your companions, perhaps beyond even me. They are lost, human, as is the battle. And that was said by a dragon.
Nimmy is going to telepathically let everyone know you really don't want to get close to that because that thing has a fucking aura. An aura of death.
Hey, I think it's best for everyone.
Nimmy's
here.
gonna slap her hand over your mouth.
I was talking quietly.
I don't fucking care.
Well,
I have fought above table. I have fought those things in 2 different campaigns, and part of Sill's trauma is because of those motherfuckers.
As have I. I fought another campaign myself and transformed it into a very scary bunny with a polymorph spell.
Terrifying.
But it is another 3 hours of walking through the dark, Axie keeping y'all completely silent before she leads y'all to what looks like a little alcove in the wall that they looks like y'all can probably take shelter here for a little bit. I think this is about as good as we're gonna get for now. We have another issue. The cult fell down here with us. They're on the other side of the lake.
Good. I'll go after them first.
I don't think it's a good idea to fight down here. It's going to attract way too much attention, and I, for one, definitely do not want to attract the attention of that thing that looked like walking death and despair.
Yeah, it may be best to take a stealthier approach when it comes to traversing this place.
Indeed.
Well, as stealthy as we can manage.
My suggestion is 2-hour rests, and then we go as far as we can before taking another rest. It'll put distance in between us and them.
Sounds like a plan.
Now the question is, where do we go?
For now, away. And we can try to find a path later. But getting as much distance in between us and the cult's what we need to do. The further away we are from the watering hole as well, the less likely we are to run into anything. It's still dangerous, but it's away from the hive of activity.
You know, come to think of it, those cultists will probably try to hunt us down, won't they?
They will.
Maybe we try to make it so they're also hunted. Maybe leave some of those that fire trick you did in some of these caves as we leave, so those horrifying creatures coming in here, but the cults also come.
It's more likely going to piss off natural creatures.
That's what I'm saying. The cult finds those things; they also find those unnatural creatures.
The non-natural creatures will find it first. And then it's going to start hunting us.
Ah, fair enough.
Nimmy just in Torquil, you'll hear Nimmy's voice in the back of your head. We don't have the strength right now to be offensive. All we can do is defense.
We can't even
Hey.
do that. Our only option is
Axie
to run.
can't hear this.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Hey,
Nimmy's throat's still fucked up.
frankly, I'd be surprised if if the fence was even in our power. I'm with the loss. We need to get the hell out of here.
Agreed. Uh, Probably best if we not make any noise, so.
With that advice, Ruben is going to once more de-equip his chainmail just so he doesn't have the disadvantage it gives him.
Fair. So what would the party like to do? Is y'all sit down for y'all's first rest, quote unquote?
Yeah, it's like if I'm gonna re-equip the chainmail. I already have the disadvantage from the exhaustion anyway.
Yeah, but do keep in mind your exhaustion is disadvantaged, so you might trip. The chainmail makes noise, which is a different kind of fuck up.
Plus, doesn't that add a modifier that like makes it lower, or is it just the disadvantage?
Just disadvantage.
It's just the disadvantage.
Okay, just making sure.
The other problem is
Oh,
if you're wearing it
hey.
while you're resting, you don't heal.
Okay then.
Ruben, do you have how are your attunement slots?
He has no magic items.
Oh, that doesn't matter. Ruben, I'm gonna hand you. Nimi's gonna hand you her boots.
Uh, thank you. I think they may be a little big for me though.
She just in the back of your head. Put them on.
Yeah, ready, but I got these talony dragon feet, so
Put
yeah,
them
he'll
on.
just put them on. I just
They'll
don't know how
conform
well
to
they
you.
will.
They'll conform to your foot.
Oh, that's snug.
Boots of Elvenkind. And I just realized they're not actually attunement. But as long as you don't have.
You note the boats of Elvenkind will not negate heavy armors.
That's what I'm saying. As long if they're not wearing the heavy armor, the
They have
boots will
advantage,
get
yeah.
rid of your. Yeah, they'll negate their disadvantage at the least.
Yep.
So you'll be rolling normal.
Okay.
When you put your armor back on, it won't, but
Yeah.
For now,
And keeping the
we're
armor
trying
off.
to avoid combat as much as possible. So I think going out without your armor is a better idea.
mm-hmm.
I mean, Nimi doesn't need him right now because she's being carried around by Torval.
I can't walk, so there's no point.
I
Yeah.
will, however, spend our first rest making like a baby Bjorn type contraption out of rope to put
Mm-hmm.
Nimi in, so I'm not like carrying her under one arm, so I have my arms free,
This
just
is
in case.
embarrassing.
I basically make it so like she sits on my back like Yoda.
I think Axie and Ruben at this point can see they've been around Nimi the most, and as probably can get the inkling that Nimi is probably heavily considering asking if the fucking deer can get bigger. What's worse, having to ride on the back of the deer or being carried like a fucking child? My fucking pride.
There's no such thing as pride when survival's on the line.
Everyone in this fucking party. Oh.
So are you going to ask, or are you just going to think about asking?
I'm gonna
When
think about asking, but it's my fucking familiar, so I'm sure it realizes what I'm asking.
Doesn't have mind reading.
the thing glows, right? Wouldn't it making it bigger mean it glows more?
It
Which
only
would
glows
then
softly, like the bioluminescence around you.
So actually, it blends in.
Oh, that works for me.
Yeah, Nimi's gonna ask because at the end of the day, fucking, it would actually be better if Torquil could move around freely.
Well, I mean, if you're being taken by
I still cause
deer,
you I still fuck up with your movement.
Yep.
yeah, but
So
I would carry around Sizzlewick instead. Which was
Sizzlewick
fucking
could be
better.
Sizzlewick could go with me on the if the deer could get bigger, Sizzlewick can go with me and I can hold those that are unconscious. We don't waste shit.
Fair.
So yeah, I'm gonna ask.
It looks at you. You can almost hear the voice that asks, "What are you willing to give up for it?"
Ooh. There are your options.
Nimmy just looks at him and goes, "I don't have anything else to give. What do you want?"
You can almost hear the smile as the deer then begins to grow.
Above
You
game.
know
Vinny, did
something
you just sell your soul to your
somewhere
familiar for a piggyback ride?
So, no.
has been
They sold
taken.
their soul. They sold their soul to their familiar,
1
so
second.
they wouldn't get a piggyback ride from Torquil.
1 second. What did you say, Cece?
You know something has been taken.
Oh, but what?
That's a good question.
Oh God.
Message it to me so that I actually know what I need to RP is gone.
I wonder if we can like fact the situation and you
I
can give it your
hate to
exhaustion
be the
levels.
bearer of bad news, Cece, but you already took that.
Oh, damn.
You took that when I don't remember why. You
Ooh,
took that a
Nimmy's.
while ago.
I think that was
Nimmy
in the
wasn't
last
joking.
iteration, not this one.
No, you did it again because I tried to get Ruben to figure out what it was because I realized it wasn't in my bag, and so I tried to
Right.
write it down and I couldn't because I tried to show Ruben.
Right. Yep, something's been taken. We'll
So
figure it out.
okay, so because I wasn't joking, I don't know what else Nimmy has to give that he wants.
You have your blood pudding packets.
My what? He doesn't want that.
Alrighty.
But you may want
So, yeah.
for you to not have them.
Is there anything y'all would like to do in the 2 hours y'all are resting?
I still make that thing because I'm completely unaware of that this is happening.
I mean, you can see the giant deer now.
I look over at Nimmy. Has your deer always been able to do that?
You've seen it do it before, Torquil.
Hey, but the last time it did that, we all almost died. Are we about to die? Just give me a heads up if we are.
At
No,
this point,
we're
it's
not.
practically a mercy kill.
So
I know for I'm gonna regret this later.
So that was it's just big now.
Yeah, when we start moving again, me and Sizzlewick will ride him.
Oh, you got a saddle.
I can ride bareback.
Hey, that's real uncomfortable. Torkel will take out his assumedly dried by now leather uh sleeping pad and start and just lay it over the deer's back. It's not much, but it'll help.
It looks at you as you approach, and it looks like it will murder you on the spot if you touch it with it.
Torquil, I have my own bedroll.
Right? And Torkel starts backing away very slowly. Sorry. Hey, not trying to disrespect you. Just thought to give you what exactly is our relationship here? Is like I'm definitely pretty sure you're not the
Babysitter.
master. Oh,
No, it's a babysitter.
I ain't trying to insult your babysitter here. I'll just go sit down over here. And Torkel moves away from the thing and sits down.
Unlike a familiar, I don't above table. Unlike a familiar, I don't control it. It just watches me and is there to be the epitome of the consequences of my own fucking actions.
It's a stalker.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, does anyone remember what Nimmy's ring says?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't.
My existential knowledge does, yep.
Or quote, the ring on Nimmy's finger is literally engraved with the words "mine," and she can't get it off.
Fair enough.
Girl, you gotta leave her. Or him. Either way, it's toxic.
So, is there anything y'all would like to do
At this
during
point,
the
no.
rest?
I mean, I'll see what I can scavenge of my own rations.
You see, most of it's actually in pretty good repair. You think the
Okay.
deer had something to do with it?
Nimmy's gonna hold up a ration and look at the deer. It's gonna bite me in the ass, isn't it?
Just gonna sit there, staring.
Gonna eat one of my rations.
Fair.
This will remind Ruben. He'll look to the group and say, "That reminds me. How's everyone else doing on food supplies?"
Axie, Toshinori, Sizzlewick, Merlin, and Doot all have about a month of rations each for themselves.
I have 5 units worth of rations. I
So
don't know
5
what
days.
that translates to. 5 days, okay.
Ruben has 10 days.
Hey,
I also have 10.
hey, I got about 10 days worth left.
How did I get screwed over?
I think you gave them out at some point.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably.
Nimmy has. I just took one off because I ate it, but Nimmy has 6 left of her own, and then
Axie has
Axie
30 of yours.
yeah. So, because Axie is.
Because Axie got yelled at by
There.
Bonnie early on.
Wait, Bonnie yelled at her for it?
I don't think she did, but Axie and Bonnie were working together to make sure they had backup.
Fair.
We don't know how long we're gonna be down here for, so we gotta make these last while we can.
Hey,
Once Sizzlewick wakes, she might be able to tell us what's edible and what's not. I wish we had Aether, but do with what you have.
Well, we survived without them before. We'll do so again.
But as y'all are sitting, Toshinori keeps to the edge, watching out. Axie is sitting next to the little fire she makes, twirling something over in her hands. Doot is still just a scarf. Merlin's in a pocket, and Sizzlewick's where y'all left her.
You know, while we're sitting around here, I'll brush and braid Sizzlewick's hair back since they're unconscious and can't handle it themselves.
Oh, also
Like-
looking at my inventory, I see that in addition to my rations, I have something marked as a temp HP treat / honey ham.
I think Vidar
Which one?
gave that to you. Some
It was either
point.
Yeah.
Bashar or Dad Barian, maybe.
Yeah, one of them did. It was one of the ones with the chef feet.
Yeah.
Oh, which means that that's long gone bad.
Yeah.
Maybe the honey
All right.
preserved it.
It doesn't.
Yeah, Ruben wouldn't have anything to preserve that with. He will, however, still keep it on hand because it could be used for fishing bait if we need to get something out of the water to eat.
Fair enough.
Fair.
Should I mark down it as a negative temp HP honey tam?
That just put it as fish bait.
Okay.
Yeah. Fish bait, hoo ha ha.
But you'll see Toshinori's watch the Empress. Axie's lost in thought, looking at what it's in her hand, and the others are just unconscious. Anything y'all would like to do while y'all wait?
Nope. Can't do anything.
Not right now.
I mean, you can talk.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can talk telepathically. After I'm done, because it's 2 hours, so after I make sure that Sizzlewick's hair is not going to become a ratted mess. How's my journal looking?
Wet.
I guess Ruben will start up a topic of conversation as, kind of staring at the magical fire. He'll say to his compatriots, "So, I guess we've been together for a while, but haven't really had the chance to ask. What's everyone like looking to get out of life? Obviously we've been busy with the cultists, greenest, falling to our dooms, but yeah, I'm talking long-term stuff. Once all this is behind us."
Well, I would like to get back at that douchebag lich who took my eye.
I'm always up for a revenge quest. If you need any help, I'm happy to provide it.
Well, I don't think it helped with my method. I want to win against him. Fucker cheated when he took my eye. Couldn't prove it, but I knew he didn't. No one just has every ace.
That's a good hand.
Hey, except I had an ace. It was physically impossible for that ace. They had an ace.
So it is a revenge thing for him cheating, yeah.
Hey, but I wanted my revenge by winning against him. Well, win me eye back.
Seems like it'd be easier just to take one of his.
I don't want one of his nasty or necrotized eyes. The fucker looks like a mummy.
I mean, you could always steal your eye back.
I ain't stealing from a lich. Last fellow I heard done that's now a slave. Goes around stealing magical items for him. Poor bastard.
Well, all I'm saying is that, you know, uh, playing by a lich's rules, that's gotta be, asking for trouble. Maybe, bend the rules a bit, and you could come out on the actual winning side for that.
Hey, there's only one rules that I respect, and that's the rules of the game.
Eh, that's fair. And to be honest, knowing that you're a gambler, that's certainly giving me some ideas as to how I can spend an evening now. I'm no stranger to rolling some dice.
I
You're
guess
kind of the. Oh, go ahead.
I guess on that note, Leonardo, how about you? What do you plan to do with your days to come?
Well, gonna be honest, it's been a while since I've seen home, Baldur's Gate specifically, and well, she'll be like kind of like giving some shifty eyes and just kind of say that now that I think about it, I do technically have someone waiting on me, and well, gods, I really should start writing to her again, or at least maybe actually drop by for a fucking visit. Uh, she at this point she's kind of blushing, and then she'll look at Xerxes and say, "How about you, Xerxes? And anything you want to get off your chest that'll draw attention from me?"
I don't really know. I mean, I guess finding out who my patron would be that'd be pretty cool. But like past that, I'm kind of just taking life one day at a time.
That's to be honest, that's a pretty good life to live by.
Xerxes, speaking of your patron and your powers in general, you don't have them to have the stuff to summon that we fill out, do you?
I've been thinking about doing that, but I'm afraid it might draw a lot of attention. It is a ritual spell.
You should be fine now. You hear from Axie.
Well, if you say so, then I'm gonna start doing that.
Gotcha.
Ruben will look over towards Nemi and say, "How about you, Nemi? Chances are you're gonna outlive all of us. What are you gonna do with the extra time?"
Nimi's currently like drying off, like trying to dry off the journal, and is like there's like one section like in particular she seems to be like very carefully making sure doesn't get ruined. But she thinks about it as she's working with her task, and her response, I don't know. Currently, my plan is to follow Axie and keep her safe until she dies a natural death. I would like to get back my memories, but I don't know. I guess I agree with Xerxes. I'd like to know who the hell my patron is, but he's an asshole, so I doubt that'll happen anytime soon. She kind of
Ruben.
shrugs.
Oh, sorry.
She just kind of shrugs as she's like inspecting the journal, seeming to be satisfied that has saved the pages. Before going back over and seems to be like rewriting some of it that maybe have gotten a little too smudged. But looks at Axie and goes, "And to be quite honest, while my lifespan might be longer, with my track record, who knows? I might not outlive you guys by too terribly much."
It's not going to surprise me, but it's not what I'm going for. While I doubt it's going to happen, I intend to live to 300.
That's something humans can do.
It depends on the human. As Axie still hasn't looked up from her lap.
In her
Oh,
lap.
You see,
what are you looking at?
she still has that thing she grabbed when she was falling, and she's looking it over.
That's what you got there.
If I'm not mistaken, Ashen Fang.
You got the blade.
I saw it when we were falling.
Well, shit. Well, I'll just show it off.
She holds it up. It's not a blade. Now that you look at it, it's the hilt of a blade.
Ah, crap, it broke during the fall.
No, it didn't.
Oh, let's think about that for a second. It's a magic blade that imprisoned the flame head of a drag of that asshole dragon. Is it a flame blade? Is it like do you activate it and it comes out as a flaming blade?
I think so. I managed to somewhat activate it while we were falling, but it didn't activate correctly and exploded. Did what I wanted it to, though.
Wait, is that what all those explosions mid-air were?
No, the rest were me. The last one was the blade, though.
Well, can't think of anyone else a flaming blade would work best for.
There's another issue with it as well.
Oh,
She's awake inside of it.
oh, fantastic.
If I'm not mistaken, someone's going to have to attune to it to keep it in check. And honestly, if I had to guess, Ruben and I are the only ones that have a chance. I'm better at flames, so I might be a stronger choice, but Ruben may be better suited to using a blade. But it looked like you were getting used to the shield, Ruben.
Ruben looks to it and looks back to Axie. It served me pretty well in mid-air combat, though I do have a lot more experience with sword fighting than I do swinging this thing around. Though, if we're talking about life goals and whatnot, maybe it's best I don't hold on to that thing
Why's that?
of what I got planned.
What are your life goals then, Ruben?
Not a day goes by that I don't think about this, and I know I'm never gonna change in this plan. As he stares deep into the magical fire, he says, quite plainly and quite flatly, "There's a city called Daromir. I'm gonna set fire to it. I'm gonna kill everyone inside of it."
Rather extreme.
For
Hey.
why?
Because that's where I was born. Because that's where I lived the entirety of my life. It's where my master died. And it's where the asshole who made my life a living hell rules over. He took everything I cared about. I'm gonna do the same.
That I mean, I understand that part, but it's a city, right? You said
There it is.
with families. I'm assuming various innocents.
Innocents, he says with a little bit of a growl. How are they innocents?
Would you blame a child for what happened to you?
Yes, because no one did anything to stop it.
I don't think
I
a
was a
child.
child. I did what I could to escape, to help others escape. As far as I'm concerned, everyone in that city shares in the guilt for everything that happened in those gladiatorial pits. They had the
Well,
chance to stop it. They didn't. So they burn.
lad, I'm more than happy to take down the asshole nobles and people who are actually in charge there, but you gotta draw the line at somewhere.
Ruben,
Reuben blinks and pulls his eye away from the fire, looks at Axie. or not actually
Nimmy.
Nimmy.
Don't become a monster fighting them.
Let's see. Well, if it's the only thing that can stop them, you see why I'm hesitant to pick up that blade now.
Hey,
Yes, I do see why. I would suggest against it, especially in that mindset. That being said, you can get your justice without the need to become a monster. I'm not saying it's an easy path. But when do adventurers ever take that path? We've come this
Ruben,
far. No
Mhm.
need to no need to no need to falter now.
hey, just turn that indiscriminate violence you got planned into discriminate violence.
I mean, focus on the noble who started it all.
Hey, work your way down to the people in charge of the pit and all those hookers, and leave the people who had nothing, who just lived their lives alone. You know, like it was.
Adventurers kill monsters and inspire others to take a stand. Don't inspire other adventurers to bring you down.
You say is Toshinori saying that to Ruben or Torpo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, see what Toshinori says. You well, believe it or not, Ruben, based on what we've been doing, for Greenest so far, we are technically paragons, or at least we should be trying to act as exemplars for others.
Hey, Ruben, of the people I've met in my life, you're definitely one of the more noble lads. Don't
Yeah.
don't become the monsters that you want to kill.
Yes, your greatness precedes your small stature.
Ruben lets out a long sigh and stands himself up and says, "Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. This is the kind of stuff that Gesh would say to me, too. I appreciate this, guys. I hope you don't share his fate."
Hey, I think one day once you get your demons under control, I think you could handle that sword. You got the gumption. But right now, I think Axie should hold on to it.
Well, besides, we're a very far, long ways from ever reaching that little moral dilemma, as we are quite literally and figuratively speaking stuck in a deep dark hole. So we can put a pin on this.
Yeah, feels like the further and further I get along this journey, the further and further away I get from that place.
Who knows? It may be for the best. I mean, you certainly seem happier right now.
That's not me I'm worried about. We left people behind.
Hey,
All I know, those fights are still going on. People are still going through the stuff I went through. If they're even lucky enough to survive it.
I got out of character. I am really glad I didn't go with the other character I had planned for this. I was thinking,
Is also depressing.
no, I was also going to be a glad like a guy who was a gladiatorial background, but he will have been very happy about it. Night and day.
Just like tonal shift with Ruben and his trauma, and then your character going like, I don't know, I think fighting in a pit is pretty rad.
I,
Blood sport?
I mean, it ultimately comes down to the difference of like, are you getting a paycheck for it or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely would. He definitely would have. I was thinking about bringing in my Dragonborn Barbarian guild. He's basically he's basically a famous pit fighter.
Nice.
That would have been interesting.
Hmm.
So, soon enough, the break ends. Axie spends it looking over that hilt, but it's not long before she looks up. We'll need to move again. Everyone ready?
Right.
Ruben stands and nods.
Did
I
I
think we
finish my
are.
ritual for my familiar?
Yes, yes, you did.
Okay, word. Then yes, I'm ready.
Bale is very annoyed to see you.
Well, that's a him problem.
We still can't see Bill.
Oh no, you see him come out. He disappears a second later, but he's visible for a moment.
Wait, they all know if these creatures can see invisible things.
Depends
Creatures
on the
down here?
creature. They could.
Hmm.
They're used to moving in total darkness. So we can expect some of them to have some sort of blind sight.
Um.
Definitely something to keep in mind.
Gotta keep your wheel.
You'll wander for 3 days through the
Jesus.
tunnels.
Dang!
Uh,
I'm good.
hopefully this means we lose some exhaustion levels.
Yes, 3 levels of exhaustion. Y'all are at
Oh,
full
thank
health as
goodness.
well.
God.
Y'all have not gotten a full rest, but Axie's been having y'all stop intermittently between her and Toshinori. Y'all have got enough to finish 3 long rests.
Okay, so I do kind of
Oh. Okay, so all of our shit is back.
Well, yeah, all of y'all's resources have come back. Sizzlewick and Merlin are starting to move again, but they have not regained consciousness. And Nimi
Okay.
is still exhausted.
Okay, so I have 7
Oh,
days
right.
left.
There, yeah, they would
Okay,
be at
how
2,
many?
wouldn't they?
Yeah.
You're at 2. It's 3
Yeah.
levels lost.
Okay.
Also, make sure you have used 3 days of rations.
Ooh,
Marking it down.
okay.
Is that 3 days, including the ones that we ate for
Yes,
the campfire session?
that one is included.
Okay.
I'm at 2.
But y'all are starting to get to the point where y'all are going to need to start figuring out what y'all can fight and what y'all can't. How would y'all like to go about doing that?
I think we should still be trying to be as stealthily as possible.
Let's go punch a Nightwalker.
No.
If
I'm
Xerxes
kidding.
actually.
I'm kidding.
Okay,
I was
I-
gonna say. I was gonna say. Here's the thing. Again, 2 campaigns. We struggled. I was very proud of Lise. But that Nightwalker was the first time she ever got that barbarian to fucking half HP. And we were like level 17.
Yeah,
We
we
gotta
got
be
Um,
careful. I was gonna say we still don't know what all's even down here. We've only seen one thing. So
You have seen demons, devils, aberrations. You have seen nightmare monsters down here. There are mind flayers, there are beholders. All of them look
Hey.
corrupted and terrifying.
Wait, we saw devils down here?
Corrupted devils, but yes.
Oh, okay.
Which is
I was-
terrifying
wait,
in and of
define
itself.
corrupted.
Touched by the abyss and on their way to turning into proper demons.
Oh, okay. I
was
mean,
thinking-
Like demons
sorry,
are
go on.
monstrosities.
yeah, aren't demons and devils all
They're fiends, but demons are much more unhinged than devils.
That's what I was saying. Like if there was a devil some devils down here, maybe we could, I don't know, maybe strike up a deal like through gambling.
The problem is they're being corrupted, so not in
Yeah.
the state y'all felt safe to approach. Toshinori
see-
does come back with some information. He believes he has found a magic circle. It looks like it's being guarded, but
By
not
what?
by the usual stuff. They weren't there when he was there, but it is likely you are going to run into it if you try to fight it.
I cut out. What was that?
He's uncertain of what is guarding the circle, but it's probably y'all's best chance.
I think we should. I'm willing to turn invisible to sneak up since Nimi still has some exhaustion, and then I can report back.
I could also send my familiar.
Yeah,
Instead.
lost. It might be a better idea to send the invisible thing that can be just resummoned, rather than
Yeah, that sounds better.
By the way, is Nemiga want the boots back now that they can walk again?
Are you back
Yeah.
in your armor?
I mean, if I've lost my last level of exhaustion, then
Yeah, you have by this point.
yeah, I'll put the armor back on.
Okay. If you're gonna put the armor back on, yeah, I'll take them back. I'm probably. I have the distinct feeling because at 2, what do I have at 2 levels?
Disadvantage
Life.
on ability checks, and
I know that.
I don't remember what level 2 was.
Oh, has Sizzlewick and Merlin woken up?
No.
No, they haven't.
They're starting
Um,
to, but they have not yet.
Legacy. Okay.
Level 2 exhaustion is half speed.
Speed hat. Yeah. So I'm probably still on the deer just to keep up with the party.
Xerxes, you
And
also. Go ahead.
that as well as with Sizzlewick and Merlin.
Xerxes, Bale is going to remind you that everything down here probably has blind sight. Invisibility is not going to help in the slightest.
Yeah, but it's still less risky than sending like Lunaretta. So unless we can think of something better, I mean, you know,
I mean, Loretta probably has a better stealth than he does.
it's up to you guys. I'm down for some input.
Yeah,
I mean, I can turn straight invisible, yeah, and then plus
so
thing.
can Bale, but that's Bale just said it's not going to help.
Yeah, it's just the
Bale
it's
has
the
a 5,
stealth.
so he doesn't have that.
It's the
Yeah.
stealth aspect.
I have +4, but then I do also have the inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Which you need to play an instrument to do, which is not a good idea down here.
Oh, you're right. I'm a bard.
Yep.
You know what? Yeah, send the bird or whatever it is.
You pretty much have to
Familiar.
play- yeah, you pretty much have to play your instrument for any spells you cast, so no matter what, you're making noise.
Yeah. Completely forgot about that aspect.
Then I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have Bale turn invisible, despite it probably not being that useful. Just in case. And
Just
then
have it fly up high.
yeah. Get bro to get a little aerial look at it.
And what are y'all doing in the meantime while he's off doing his thing?
I'm gonna sit down and use my voice of the chain master ability so I can actually like see what he's seeing.
Gotcha. And the rest of the party?
Well, if there's a magic circle there, good chance we're gonna need Nimi to actually examine it, see what the hell it does. No matter what, we're going to have to fight something down there. So what I'm thinking is, me and Ruben go in, we distract the thing, while Nimi goes in to examine the shit.
Sounds about right.
Not opposed. With Sizzlewick and Merlin out, I am me and Axie are probably the best bet.
Hey,
Looked at Axie. Does Axie have proficiency in Arcana?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so me and Axie are currently the experts at the moment that are currently awake.
hey, and if I get the new Toshinori, I think you need to keep Axie and Nimi safe while they do their work. Me and Ruben will try to take up as much as the beast's attention as we can.
Also, keep an eye on Xerxes while he can't, use his own senses.
Well, that
I
I'll
would
help him out with
assume
that.
we'd wait till that comes back before going over there.
hey,
I mean, if you need a distraction, I can certainly help out in that regard.
hey, but
It
you're
can be
squishy.
rather annoying.
Hey, but you're squishy, so try to stay behind us.
Sounds good.
Xerxes, after a while, Bale lands on top of a mushroom, showing a large clearing in which a glowing purple magic circle is glowing. There are two floating green skin balls with tentacles floating above it.
Ew. Gross.
Each of them has an eyeball at the end of the tentacle.
Ew.
Can I get an Arcana check?
Yeah. Dang.
They might be beholders.
Just maybe.
Maybe.
Do I see anything else at all? Is that really all that's around the circle?
Just those two things.
And it's pretty clear aside from that? Like, is it like a decently large clearing or like...
Let me show you.
Okay.
Give me Danny.
Oh. Wow. Pretty neat.
That is what you see.
Ew. Those things look nasty.
Are you gonna describe it to the party so maybe we can all see if we figure it out if they are?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna snap back from Bale and yeah, it's literally just it's a giant clearing. Pretty open. And some nasty green balls with eyes. They do indeed look like beholders. It's a pretty big circle though. I mean like it's like uh I don't know, maybe like 50 feet diameter ish, somewhere in that area. It's pretty big. It's not like a small circle or anything. Well, there's like nothing else there. Like it's literally that's it. It's just a giant open clearing and the two nasty looking beholder style things.
So wait,
Do
you
we
didn't
make an
see anything
Arcana off of that?
Green skin orbs with a single eye stalk.
Pretty much. It's pretty accurate.
just to make sure, you didn't see anything inside the magic circle?
Nope. It was just on the ground and it was just an open clearing.
Hey, I know exactly what it is.
Lunaretta, you have disadvantage if you're trying to identify through that description.
Yeah, because my description's pretty bad.
Yep.
All right. Well, I just reroll it. I guess
Yeah.
I have no
Oof.
idea what it is.
Nope. And Nimi actually got a 16. Nimi, with your disadvantage, you're pretty sure that sounds not like a beholder, but the beholder's younger cousin, a spectator. Far more aggressive and less deadly, but they're still a pain in the ass.
I will share that with the party.
Hmm.
That being said, you can see them, so I'd be more afraid of what we can't see.
Hey. So, based on the description of Xerxes, that there's mushroom trees and stuff around the clearing, right?
Yeah, seemingly. That's what it looked like.
So Nimi and Axie could circle around in the mushrooms to, well, stealthing to keep out of the thing's sight, while Torquil, Ruben, Ludoretto distract and Xerxes distracts the things.
You want me to
Torquil,
distract them?
we already got two magic people on the doing the check for the magic thing. Come on, man, don't leave us hanging.
I mean, if there's two squishies blasting it, that'll still divide its attention.
And you said there was two of them, right?
Definitely two of them.
Exactly. So me and I'll take Lunaretta. Me and because Lunaretta can make Torquil big Torquil
I can make you big, yeah.
and can take on one of them, and you and Ruby can take on the other one. We're just trying to distract them, but we're not trying to kill them just yet. We're just trying to get Nibby and actually able
Okay.
to know it. But Torquil will ask Nibby to cast light on his sword, so when he gets there, he can more easily distract them.
Sounds simple enough.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Or the
Let's
best
try
one we
playing
can come up with.
All agreed?
Yep.
Fine by
Let's
me.
put into practice.
Either way, Cap.
Happier Ruben.
He does have the shield.
All he fights will
Oh,
feel
I
just
guess.
yield. All of the bad guys will just yield.
When he
Alrighty, so
goes
what's the
back to
plan?
his home city, he becomes U.S. agent.
See, I think we're good to go.
So what's your plan?
Me, Torquil, Lunaretta, Ruben, and Xerxes will go face the things head on. We're gonna distract them and lead them away from the circle. Who had it? Torquil will ask Nimi if the things have any ranged abilities.
Oh yeah.
So we need to get up close then. Do they only have the one eye stalk, or like beholders, they have multiple?
They got multiple.
Then we definitely gotta make sure they have all their attention, so they don't see Nimi and Axie at work.
So it's
We got
Xerxes, Ruben, and
really
Torquil that are going forward. Toshinori, Axie, Lunaretta, and Nemi and Doot are staying back.
Oh no, I'm going with Torquil.
Yeah, Toshinori will keep I think keep Sizzlewick and Merlin and Axie and Nimi safe in case the plan fails.
Mm-hmm.
We're basically going in like a groups of three, or three groups rather.
Well, no, two groups. Four: Torquil, Lunaretta, Ruben, Xerxes, and
And then the
the
third group, which is like the one going into the ring or looking at the ring.
second group. Yeah,
And then
Okay.
there's
combat
Sizzlewick
group,
somewhere.
magic group. Well, Sizzlewick is unconscious, right? So
Yeah.
I'm assuming I'm assuming the unconscious people will stick with Nimi and Axie.
I mean, if you want to run in with them on their shoulders.
I hate running in with unconscious people on my shoulders.
Otherwise, you're kind of leaving them behind.
We could, in theory, me and Axie could hide them with the deer.
Yeah, and they're just going to be off screen. So
Yeah. Also,
Oh, we should have
That being said,
combat group.
Nimi is going to warn. Your best bet is to not throw spells at it, or if you do, make sure you fucking hit.
Don't throw what at it?
Spells.
Well, no worries about that. Not really a spell guy.
Put it this way: at the very least, if you do, make sure you fucking hit.
I'll probably just be buffing you, Torquil.
Right. Wait. What about magic weaponry?
Top of my head, I think that should be fine. I remember them having some kind of. It's an asshole to spellcasters.
Right.
All I have are spells.
Well, luckily for us, Ruben says as he brandishes his shield, I'm the same thing.
But okay, so it's got to be Torpul, Lunaretta, Ruben, Xerxes, and Dude because we need our healer with us. If we're gonna be mainly distracting things that are being on us, we need to be healed up.
Okay.
And
Dude will
Toshinori
go
will
with the
go.
forward party.
Yeah. Ooh,
Alrighty.
cool. That's cool, but that isn't all that I pictured.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Well, I was thinking it would have like a more of a dragon motif.
Wasn't made by a dragon.
Oh, fair.
But how are Lunaretta, Torquil, Xerxes, Ruben, and Dude approaching? Just charging in on the line?
Well, if
I
we're
mean,
trying to
like,
lead them away, maybe like stealthing close first and then catching their attention.
I don't
Yeah,
think Xerxes, Lunaretta, or Ruben do good with stealth.
I mean, but based on the plan, I think like Torquil will be directly in front of me, and then Ruben will be directly in front of Xerxes. Kind of like semi-separated into like two different units, but
We
then
want to
we'd be approaching about like this around the same time.
get as close as possible before like announcing ourselves.
You're going to be in
Yeah.
an open area either way.
Fair. It might be a good idea for Torquil to come out first, and Lunar cast the enlargement spell. How long does that last? It's a minute, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's probably uh best to put it on like the moment initiative.
Yeah, but so I'll draw my sword to get their attention, and then I think that would activate initiative.
Yeah, I think as soon as like you get in and I can act, I'll immediately put it on you.
Fair.
Well, in that case, Dorkwell, you mind if I cling to your back during the first volley? That way you can rush forward, I can come out from behind you and catch them by surprise.
Sounds good to me.
They're going to hear you clanking when
They'll
Torquil moves.
Maybe they'll think it's just me. Are these things
think-
smart?
They're baby beholders, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys, at least you two, you guys just need to rush in to draw their attention, and then me and Xerxes would at least be nearby for like support. But then we'd also be like the next. We'd be like close behind you guys.
Alrighty. Are y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say one thing first.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have no support spells. They're all damaging spells, and
Just stay farther back. Your
Okay.
damage spells are further back.
okay, I'm just giving a fair warning.
I'm going based off of memory. I feel like it had a range. I just don't remember the range, nor how many times it can do it. So you get a vague warning that you might get hit with your own spell. You might get lucky. Just be careful.
If y'all are ready, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Alrighty.
The map.
Here we go.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
What?
God damn it, there's animations.
What? What's wrong with animations?
We're
No,
fucked.
here's the thing is I know this fucking map and it's been 2 years since I've fucking seen it. And it's gonna be different this time around. Just
So
fuck purple.
we're gonna go ahead and go into initiative
Yeah.
Yeah, ready?
Please roll good.
as y'all
Hey,
come
nice.
sprinting in, ready, breaking the stealth. Y'all are getting closer, entering the clearing. One of them immediately sees you and lets out a call. It is going to
Aw.
Yeah,
react
but myself
first.
behind Torquil since I'm playing into his back.
Are you actually, or were you going in next to him? I don't remember.
Yeah, I'll cling to his back.
Alrighty.
I had a thing I wanted to do to get their attention.
What are you doing?
Oh, you big green tentacly bullocks! Get over here!
Gotcha. It is going to. It is going. Oh, what's the distance here? Give me my ruler. Okay. It is going to aim. That's going to shift over here. And it is going to take a shot at Xerxes and Torquil as two of the eyes light up and a beam comes streaking out from it. I am going to need a wisdom save from Torquil and Xerxes.
Okay. Yay, wisdom, my worst one. 3.
Good. Xerxes is going to succeed, but Torquil is going to fail, as Torquil has become frightened.
Ah.
Won't I have a thing for that?
It might be when you're raging that you're immune.
No, that's for something. That's for another. That's higher level.
Ah.
Danger sense, great weapon, and lucky. Oh, shit! I got lucky. My luck points back.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a luck point on that to
Okay.
reroll. Please, please, please. Ah,
You are still going to fail. As the beam hits you and you begin to see the terrors from your childhood.
oh,
Also, Torquil hasn't been affected by Healer's Kit, so we can take that off him. Alrighty. So that is all they are doing, bringing us to Torquil. Torquil, what are you going to do? You are frightened and cannot approach the spectator.
I can't approach
Nope.
that.
You can't get
That
any
one.
closer to it at all.
Can I get closer to that one?
Nope, because you can't get closer to the one you can see.
Okay. Well, first off, I'm
Yeet
gonna
the
rage.
cobalt. Yeet the cobalt.
I'm gonna yeah. So I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
I'll go with eating the kobold.
Turn on that rage. And let me just roll the d8. Let's see what I get. 5. Da, 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 da. Number 5 is. Okay, whenever a creature hits me with an attack roll before my rage ends, the creature takes 1d6 force damage as magic lashes out in retribution.
Does that have a range?
It does not. I think it's just any attack roll.
Really?
That's what it says. Number 5. Whenever a creature hits you with an attack roll.
Yeah. Nice.
Not what I was hoping for, but I'll take it. I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold my movement action and attack action for after Lunaretta casts the big living spell on me, and I'm going to move down. When I do that, I will move down here because that's technically not moving closer to it.
You would not be able to walk into the crystal.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that. Then I'll just hold my attack action. My attack action to. Should I yeet Ruben at it?
I'm all for it.
Could I even reach from here?
I mean, you wouldn't be able to throw him all the way, but you'd be able to throw him closer.
Which means he'd be able to run in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fuck it. So as soon as I get turned into Big Quill, I will heat Ruben right at that creature to the bottom.
Gotcha. And once you take your action, we will have you roll your save against the fear.
All right.
That is going to bring us to Axie, who is in the back, not part of the original charge, so she's not doing anything. Xerxes.
I'm gonna blast this one.
Gotcha.
Hit it.
Hey.
19.
That
is
hits,
gonna
right?
hit.
Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna move closer to the group,
Gotcha.
and that's it for me.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Lunaretta.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and arm my Torquilshay. That means I'm gonna make him big. And yeah, he is loaded with a Reuben, and I'm gonna assume he's gonna catapult that shit.
Yes, I reach back, grab Ruben. Yeah, right, little buddy. Flying cobalt to the face, and I yeet Ruben with as much force as I can.
Roll me an
Right.
athletics. You have advantage due to the enlargement spell.
Also rage, which I think does. Oh, I think it's just strength checks.
Yeah.
I mean, athletics is a strength check.
I think it would fall into that, so you have advantage either way.
20.
So you are going to manage to throw the kobold here.
Yeah, already.
That's pretty close. And then do I have a bonus action?
Make sure you put concentration on your token.
Right.
Hey, Cece, you have us on round 14.
The fuck? No, I see round 1.
They just changed it.
Oh,
Let's see here. All right, I think I have a cutting words. CPW.
I think cutting words is a reaction.
Yeah, it is. Do I need to see them? That's my question.
I don't know. Roll the ability.
Yeah, I need to see them. Okay, yeah. In that case, I'm just gonna stand here.
Anything else from Ludarana?
I'm measuring.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I'm in 60 feet of both of them. I'll end my turn right there.
Ruben.
Alrighty. Following the line of trajectory, Ruben is going to land about here or so, and he is going to reach onto his back and draw uh, a first time use of this weapon, that of his net.
Okay.
And I'm going to make a ranged, 5-foot range net attack on the spectator.
Gotcha.
21.
That is going to hit.
Alrighty, it does not do any damage, but the creature is
Strained, I believe.
restrained.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
With that, Ruben is going to use a bonus action, and he is going to cast Hunter's Mark on the beholder in question.
Okay.
So there we go. And that is Ruben's turn.
Oh, do I roll my wisdom?
Yeah. Nope.
Still frightened. Fuck.
Still fared. Alrighty.
Yeah, that is Ruben's turn.
That is going to bring us to Nini. Nini, are you still just in the back of the other party?
Yeah, I'll hold my action. Like we'll move as a group when we're supposed to go investigate.
I don't think that's going to be this round. That's going to bring us to Shnar.
Fair.
He's chilling. Brings us to this guy.
He is currently restrained by the net.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. Alrighty. It is going to make a shot at both Ruben and Lunaretta. Need con
I'm
saves
gonna.
from both of you.
Okay. Just to double check, the MVP inspiration, I could do that after
Mhm.
after I roll. Okay, cool. Constitution.
Save from Lunaretta.
Con save for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That is
Yeah, I'm gonna burn my MVP on rerolling that with advantage.
gotcha.
18. There we
You
go.
are barely going to manage to survive that beam as nothing happens. Brings us to Dude. Dude's just floating in the back, being Dude. That's going to bring us to this guy, as he is going to remain where he is. And he is going to... Do, 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 do. It is going to make... Throwing arrays at Xerxes and Lunaretta. I need wisdom saves from both of you. Lunaretta
I'm burning.
fails. Xerxes succeeds. Lunaretta still fails.
Damn it.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Coolio. We will see what happens to Lunaretta on her turn. Corporal.
Oracle's gonna take out one of his javelins and heat it at the guy in
You have
front of him.
disadvantage.
How far is this guy?
You have fear.
Oh, right.
And yes, distance would be disadvantage as well, I think. Because I think javelins are only like 30 feet.
30 to 120.
Mm-hmm. So it'd be disadvantage. Either way, so.
Excuse me. 12.
That is gonna miss.
It's I haven't been damaged since my turn I raged, right?
Nope.
Damn. So okay, so my rage falls.
I think you made an attack. I don't think you need to hit for rage to.
No, I yeeted Ruben.
It's still an attack.
Yeah, because
Is
it's a
it?
grapple. It's a grapple
Mhm.
at Ruben.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
I'm double checking though. Da, 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 da. Ends early if you're
I
unconscious,
mean,
you end your turn, and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn. Or taken to. Yeah, it's still going to end right there.
Yeah, I thought so. So, but no rage, no more rage for me. I'll hold off on reactivating until I'm actually close enough to they won't affect that.
Because
And
unfortunately, it's attack hostile creature. Ruben is not hostile.
I was gonna say, like, you technically used Ruben as a projectile weapon.
Not really. But anything else from Torkel?
aside from my
hang
wisdom
on.
save, which I'm going to use a hero point on.
Hang on. It ends early if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn. You just attacked a hostile creature. You just missed, so you keep your rage.
There we go.
Because you don't
Oh,
need to
okay.
hit.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't attack anyone since I raged. Like when
Yes, since your
turn
last
I
turn.
raged.
You didn't attack last turn, but I think it goes to the end of this turn. Let me double check it again.
Unconscious, or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked. Okay.
Yeah, since your last turn. You haven't
Yeah.
ended your turn.
Okay, so I keep my rage. Good.
Yeah. So now your wisdom save.
Yeah. I'm burning a hero point.
Gotcha.
Oh wait, I almost rolled without it turning on advantage. God damn
Still
it!
a fail.
I've got. You know what? Fuck it. I'll use another luck point on that.
Gotcha.
Come on.
That one will succeed.
Finally, I'm going to use my movement to get over there.
It's at the end of your turn, so you don't have movement.
Oh.
But that will bring us to Axie, who's still waiting. Xerxes?
If I blast the one next to Ruben, I have advantage because it's restrained, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to take a step down. And I'm going to. I didn't mean to roll. That was my bad. I'm just trying to hex the. I clicked the wrong thing. I was just gonna hex this guy,
Gotcha.
and then I'm blasting.
You have advantage, but you have
Yeah.
so I need the see if you crit. It's only going to be the 14, so it's still going to hit. Do damage. Just 4 for necrotic. 7 for force. Gotcha.
And that's it for me. And I'm gonna put on my concentration thing.
Lunaretta, Lunaretta.
Yeah, I think I have a thing on me.
Yes, you have to use your action to make a melee attack against a random creature. The only one there is Torquil, so you have to attack Torquil.
Sure. Can I pick what weapon I use?
Be whatever, yeah. Because you
Uh,
did you have your blade drawn? I don't think you did.
I don't think I did. Yeah, I'm
No,
gonna
so
whip
you're
out
just
a
gonna
dagger and I'll stab him.
okay. Let's stab.
Could just punch him.
Yeah, it
That's
already
kinda
happened.
funny.
That's gonna hit. Do damage. 5 piercing down to 2 due to a Torquil raging.
I looked down
Wait,
at the like.
wait, does that continue his rage, actually?
Yeah, he took damage,
That's really funny.
but he was
Yeah,
already raging.
wait.
So
Yeah, but yeah, but if he did not attack, would that have like
it would have ended already.
re-triggered it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Torquil, make sure you put your rage back on your token.
Oh, yeah.
And that is it
Okay.
for Lunaretta, unfortunately.
No, well, I mean, I need to use an attack action, right?
You just did.
Yeah, I know, but I also have bonus actions.
Yeah, but that's all you get, unfortunately, due to the spell.
Okay.
All you get is the attack against Torquil.
Okay.
But that's all that effect does. It's done now. That
Do they
brings
get
us
a
to Ruben.
second? Do they get a second wisdom save?
No, they don't
see
need
if
to
they
because it
crit?
ends.
It's gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like yours where
Alright.
it sticks around.
One and done.
Okay, so with Ruben's turn, he is going to raise up the shield and make a shield bash with it. with advantage. That is a natural 20. There we go.
Nice.
All right, first strike, 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and the Hunter's Mark dice get double as well, right?
Yep.
All right. So that is 14 in total. And just because we are on a crit, I am going to throw what's what I'm looking for? Divine
Wait.
Smite on top of that.
Gotcha.
So a total of 46 radiant damage for 16 in total. And let's see here, quick calculation. 30 damage in total.
Gotcha.
Ruben is then, since he was able to succeed on a improvised weapon / unarmed strike attack, he is going to use his bonus action with Tavern Brawler to attempt a grapple.
Gotcha.
And I believe I have advantage from the thing being restrained.
No.
Oh, wait. Let me see. Okay,
I don't think so.
yeah,
Let me
it has
double check that.
disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Never mind.
Yeah. I don't
Oh shit.
think makes a difference for restrained. Becomes 0. Attack rolls have advantage. This is an attack roll. Yeah, restraint doesn't actually affect grapple checks, weirdly enough, because grapples are usually how you're doing it anyway.
All right,
Also,
well, I'll
grappling
still...
doesn't add anything that it doesn't already have with restraint, so.
Right. That is a 13 to grapple.
It's gonna get a 7, so it loses.
Yep, Ruben is just like scaling this thing's body and like grabbing hold of the eye stalks and tugging hard and pulling them in different directions.
Gotcha.
Yeah, being as distracting as possible.
I hate to do this, really, I do, but technically speaking, wouldn't Lunara's attack proc my thing?
Which thing?
Whenever
Oh
a creature hits you
no.
with an
Oh,
attack
yes,
roll,
it would. So roll the force damage. So Lunaretta takes 2 damage.
so we just both take the same amount of damage. You stab me in the ass, you get smacked in the face.
Honestly, fair.
Actually, though, that does mean I need a Constitution save from Lunaretta.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Lunaretta's fine.
Oh,
Nice.
But there's another issue. Is that it for Ruben before I go on?
That is, yeah. I mean, the only other thing would be like kind of scaling the body to come up to the other side of it. But
I mean,
yeah,
it's about
that's
the
everything.
same size as you, so it's not that big.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Y'all hear the beat of wings.
Oh, we got dragons.
As a dragon lands on one of the mushrooms above y'all and lets out a breath of purple mist. That is going to catch Torquil, Xerxes, Lunaretta, and Boot. I need a wisdom save from the lot of you.
Oh, come on. What's with this in wisdom? Okay.
Fail.
Oh.
I'm using a luck point on that fucker.
It's your last one, right?
16.
Is not allowed to win these saves.
So Torquil gets a 16, so he's going to succeed. Xerxes is going to succeed. Lunaretta is going to fail. So that is going to be a total of 17 psychic damage to Lunaretta. Xerxes and Torquil are going to take 8. And Lunaretta is going to become frightened, I think. Let me see. On a failed save. Frightened creature can repeat the save. And become frightened of the dragon. So Lunaretta is frightened of the dragon.
Sure.
You make
I wasn't
2
going to go
saves
near
at
it.
the end of your turn. Alrighty. Also, I need a. That is the wrong button.
Do I need to roll for concentration?
Yes, everybody's gonna have to roll concentration.
Okay.
You're both looking to beat a 10.
Well,
Winner it keeps it,
think that.
and it needs Xerxes to put concentration on his token, and he keeps it.
Is that
as
not
well.
the concent? Is that
No.
not the concentration thing?
Blue book?
Do I have the wrong thing? Oh, okay, cool. I will fix that.
Sits with the dragon. The dragon's up like 30 feet as well, by the way. It's way up there. Nene!
So seeing the dragon come in, Nimi's gonna look at Axie and Toshinori and go, "We getting involved now?"
They both look like they're running.
Yep, that's what I thought. That's it's just like, yep, time to. We're gonna enter this one. I no longer have disadvantage on fucking attacks.
Nope.
We're Eldritch blasting a mother. Well, I mean, or well, no, I can't do that.
Scott.
Eldritch blast.
I'm standing on top of a mushroom, so it's got 3/4 cover from you, though. Because most of it's still covered.
How tall is this mushroom?
That one is about 10 feet above.
So if I just climb on top.
You'd have to go underneath and then along the inside and then up. Which you'd have to
Okay.
dash to get up there. Actually, no,
How
that'd
much
be
movement?
10, 20, 25. So yeah, you'd be 25.
Yeah, I've got a climb speed, so I'm fine.
Yep.
Um,
I forgot to roll for Duke.
blast
Hang
to
on.
it. Huh?
Duke got caught in that. He got hit by it too. So 17 frightened. Continue.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up there to get a better angle,
Be half cover.
which is what, a +2?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, well, I got Firebolt or Eldritch Blast. We're gonna do Eldritch Blast. That sounds like not catching everything on fire.
Alrighty. That is going to hit. Seven damage.
Nice. Uh, we're gonna leave it there.
Gotcha. That is going to bring us to Toshinori. Toshinori doesn't have a good way down there. Or up there, but he is going to run this way and start to climb. Brings us to this guy. He is going to use his action to try to shake the net off, which he succeeds on. Now he's just grappled.
Mm-hmm.
That will bring us to Dude. Dude's gonna go hide behind this. And they're gonna take a wisdom save. Success. Dude is no longer frightened. Bringing us to this guy, he is going to take a shot at Xerxes and Lunaretta. Need a con save from the pair of you. Lunaretta succeeds. Xerxes succeeds. Torque roll.
How high up did you say this dragon was?
30 feet.
And going generously, making Torkel 16 feet. If
You're
I had
not 16 feet, you'd be closer to 12 to 14 at most.
Fine, but if I were to run up toward it, could I jump and actually reach it?
What's your strength score?
It is 16.
16, so 3 feet. No, not even
Even
remotely
though-
close.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm
Because
gonna
you're
go.
on the higher side, about 14 feet tall. You can add 3 feet to it, meaning you're 7. You can reach up maybe another 3 or 4. So you're only getting maybe 21. You're about 9 feet under.
Well, I can't reach it from here, so I'm gonna go over here. Finally, get some good payback. This thing's grappled, so I have advantage, right?
No, it's not restrained anymore.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna recklessly attack. Turn this on. And swing freedom at it. With advantage. 17.
It's going to hit. 12 damage.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
One of those was a 1.
Oh. So that's an extra 4 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
That is going to bring us to Axie. Axie is going to... They are going to launch their spell just underneath the dragon, as it is going to detonate. Her target detonates. Does this thing save? Because she's blasting it. It has advantage. It manages to save, so it only takes half damage. That's going to be 7 damage. But the target she wanted was the bottom of the mushroom. As that detonates, falls apart, it goes crashing to the ground. It's going to need an acrobatics check. It is going to fail, so end up prone. Axie is then going to use her movement to move forward, and she is going to use her weapon. As you see it flicker to life in her hand. She is dual wielding. And if I remember correctly, what was the other bonus your thing did? Here's go. Okay, so no, it doesn't do anything else there. They are going to use their bonus action to swing their sword. They are going to hit. They're going to do 12 damage, which is all fire damage. You see the flames pull away from her original spell, do an additional 6. I need to actually write all this out. Because it's going to do an additional 4 damage. As she rams the blade down into its wing. Xerxes! There's a dragon on the ground next to you.
I see that. I'm gonna step here, and I'm good to still blast through Torquil, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I'm still gonna blast the spectator, because I still have Hex on him. As soon as I can find it.
That is going to hit. 10 damage. Good job.
And that's it for me.
Lunaretta.
Yeah.
Love your
I
tech sandwich.
You
What?
cannot approach the dragon.
Yeah. Well, I was against to, but uh, I think I'm just gonna actually dude's right there. Okay. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and move feet 30. Go. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and give Ruben a bardic inspiration,
Nice.
and then I'm gonna go ahead and blast this guy with vicious mockery.
Gotcha. It's going to be a wisdom save.
Yep.
That is a 19. They're going to save. And as
But
that
that'll be a turn.
happens, I need Torquil to make a wisdom saving throw.
But I've been doing so good with these, and I don't have any hero points or luck points left. Here we go.
You are going to save, so you take 3 psychic damage and have disadvantage on your next attack as the vicious mockery shifts onto you.
Oh, sorry.
God damn it, Lowerdark.
Sorry, you both look bald from this angle.
It's not that
Oh,
Lunaretta
wait.
targeted. It hit the spectator and then bounced off, reflecting onto Torquil.
Like the Spectre literally looked to Torquil and said, "She's talking about you."
Pretty much.
Oh, I'm gonna do horrible things to this thing.
But anything else from Lunaretta?
Nope, that's it.
Ruben.
Alrighty. I've still got it grappled, so I can move it with me at half speed.
Yep.
Perfect. 15 feet is exactly what I need to drag it all the way over towards its buddy. As Ruben is going to use a bonus action for
Draconic cry.
good old Draconic Cry. Yep.
I don't think that is a save, does it? I think it's just a thing that happens. Yeah.
Nope. It just gives everyone advantage on enemies within 10 feet of me.
Gotcha.
And I am going to use the one spectator I am currently grappled as a flail to beat down the spectator that has been beating down my friends.
Nice.
Beat one bitch with the other.
Yes.
It's gonna hit.
And
Ooh, nice.
advantage.
You have
That's
advantage.
still
So
19.
Swing your partner around and round.
That is 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
why is it 9?
Sorry, miscalculated. 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
How'd you even calculate it? Just said 7.
Called dyslexia. Be nice.
Possibly.
Fair enough. Anything
It's
else
been
from
a
Ruben?
long day. But yeah, that was Ruben's turn.
That's gonna bring us to this dragon who's gonna get up. They don't like the fact they got stabbed. So they're trying to run away. Which means Axie's gonna stab it. She doesn't have that, so she's just gonna try to stab. She is going to hit with a 16. She doesn't have disadvantage and do 10 fire damage. It's very unhappy about this situation. It's going to go over here, recharge. It's going to fail. So it can only get... It was here, it stood up, so it can only get over here. So it's going to go over here and try to bite Xerxes. Bite. Actually, no. Tries to bite Axie Claws for Xerxes. Misses Xerxes with 11s. And it's out of range for Axie, so it has to go for Xerxes. That is a 26 to hit Xerxes. Xerxes, you're going to take 11 piercing and 3 poison. For a total of 14 damage. Fail.
And there goes my concentration.
Yep.
I'm just looking at this one specter with like 5 different icons on it.
It's having a problem. Nimmy.
I'm going the Eldritch Blast. I'm going to say in Draconic to the dragon to stand down and leave us the fuck alone. We don't want to fight it. Does it look like it stands the fuck down?
No, it looks pissed off, corrupted, and very angry.
ACC.
Okay, well then.
Yeah.
I just realized
Perish.
I have Warcaster, so I have advantage on that.
Okay, reroll. Is
There's
fucking
some
Nimmy
heat.
snipes it. Nimmy's happy to not have oh, you managed to keep it. To not have disadvantage for once. 13 damage. Actually, yeah, that's 13 damage.
That's all she wrote.
Alrighty. That will then bring us to Toshinori. Toshinori's going to drop down. Toshinori's coming this way. He's dashing. He gets all the way over there. The spectator is going to try to shoot Ruben. Ruben and Torpearl. Con saves for both of you.
Okay. Con save. 9.
Both of you are going to fail and become paralyzed.
Fuck.
You may repeat the saves at the end of your turn. Meaning it
This
breaks
is
the
for
grapple.
grapple.
Yeah.
Ah.
Because you can't keep the grip anymore, even if you wanted to.
Right.
Alrighty. So that's what that's up to. That brings us to Doot. Doot's just like, I got you, bro. As he's going to come flying over here. He's going to use a dank Cure Wounds on Xerxes over there for 18 HP. And that's kind of all he's up to. Actually, do you have the bonus action version of this? Oh, no, you don't. Okay. That brings us to this spectator, who's going to try to bite Ruben.
Okay.
That is going to miss. No, they have advantage. So that's going to crit.
I'm flanking.
Yep. So that is going to be 9 piercing.
Okay.
Need concentration roll.
Yep.
You're going to lose
And there goes
concentration.
Hunter's Mark.
Torque roll, you immediately lose your turn, but you are able to make a save against paralysis. You manage to break it. We go to Axie. Axie's going to take a shot from a distance with Firebolt. She is going to miss. And she's going to step in, use her bonus action for a longsword. She doesn't have disadvantage, so it's a hit. She casts a spell, so she gets that. She's going to do 21 damage with Firebolt. Is that right? Yes, it is. And she's going to stab the fuck out of the dragon over there. Xerxes.
What's the icon on the dragon right now?
It lost its ability.
Okay.
I
So we
should
can-
note you have advantage on the spectators right now.
He has disadvantage from being in melee, though.
No, on the spectators over by me because of Draconic Cry.
Yeah, and he has disadvantage from being in melee.
Oh, I see.
Well, I'm gonna cast Armor Agathis,
Gotcha.
and then I'm gonna move out of melee range.
It's going to try to hit you. That is a 12. I think that misses. Yes, it does.
That misses. And then I'm gonna take a blast at the
You already used your action.
spectator. Oh, you're so right. I forgot Armor Agathis is an action. Then I'm gonna sit here.
Gotcha. Lunaretta.
I think I can make it here.
I don't think you can approach the dragon.
Yeah,
I see.
you still got the fear.
Right. In that case, I'll. Yeah, this is still maintaining the same distance, I think.
Yep.
We could shoot through friends.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna take out my bow.
You have
And,
disadvantage.
no, I don't have a. Why do I?
You have disadvantage from frightened.
Well, actually, I'm not gonna do that because I actually have that. Let's see here. I think I'm. Did you get a hit, Xerxes? But
Yes, then you got healed.
oh, okay.
Would be a regular shot if you go for the spectator.
Mm-hmm. You have disadvantage but advantage, so it balances out.
Well, that's the thing. I thought I had a bow, but I don't, so I'm
Oh.
not doing that.
Yeah, that'd be a problem.
Yeah.
Probably fell in the water.
Yeah. What is it?
Was it a light crossbow?
I thought it was a short bow, but then I guess I just did not have one. I just assumed I did. But yeah, can I still at least aim at the dragon with the spell?
Yeah.
Cool.
Doesn't affect vicious mockery or anything.
Yeah. I'm sorry, what's the sword icon again?
It's an ability. Nothing for you to worry about.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on it.
Gotcha. That's a wisdom save. That one might be con.
Yes.
Wisdom.
Wisdom save.
That's going to fail. It's going to take 11. And it has to use its reaction to go away. It's going to go all the way over here.
Jesus.
It's forced movement, so it's just kind of over there.
And I'll walk over here. I cover. And then I'll
That
go
would count as
ahead
approaching
and
the dragon.
okay. Then in that case, I'm just gonna give bardic inspiration to Turtle.
Gotcha. Ruben, make a save.
Alrighty. Con save.
Yep.
22 or
You
21
end your
blackjack.
paralysis.
Alrighty.
Which brings us to the dragon. Who's gonna turn around.
Wait, do I have my bonus action still?
No.
Or...
The paralysis goes at the end of your turn.
Ah, gotcha.
As he is going to come flying back. And where are you going to put this? He is going to blast Axie, Toshinori, Doot, and Xerxes with their breath. Alrighty, need a wisdom save from each of y'all. That's a fail from Xerxes. That's a fail from Doot. Axie, Toshinori succeeds. That is going to be 37 psychic to everyone that failed. And that would be 36 divided by 2 is how much? 18 to Toshinori. Axie, Doot, and Xerxes are all frightened of the dragon. You need to be a 17, so that crit help saves you. Keep concentration. You need to be a 17. Alrighty, and that is it for that guy. Nimmy. Axie and Dude are both looking pretty bad over there. As is Xerxes. Are people talking? It's very quiet.
No, I'm not talking.
Okay.
I'm thinking. Uh, okay, I'm 10 feet above the ground, so
Yep.
hang down, just I can hang down and drop, so
Yep.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Do you remember you're at half speed? Due to exhaustion.
Yeah, so 15. Okay. We're gonna Misty Step in front of Axie and Eldritch Blast.
Gotcha.
Thingy for no, come on. I need to take it off for the Misty Step. Thank you very much.
It's gonna hit.
Let's hit the dragon. It needs to back all the way the fuck off.
No, it doesn't.
Yes. Oh,
No, it doesn't. As it collapses, as the blast pierces through its chest, slamming
Nice.
right into the heart.
How did the spectators outlive this thing?
You've done a lot of damage to that dragon.
I was gonna say I crit on the dragon. You guys have missed quite a few times.
Hey, I crit on one of the spectators.
Yeah, but you're pretty much the only one that's hit the spectators thus far.
Ah,
The dragon got bombed.
The dragon got bombed. The spellcasters went.
Either way,
You guys
continue
got
on.
fucking yeah. You guys got backlined yourself and yeah. Anywho, does that get rid of the fear? Speaking that it's
Yes, it
dead.
does.
Okay. Nimi is going to put a hand on Axie, and I have to wait until my next turn to cast this spell. But I give her the look of, "Don't you fucking run off until I finish this fucking casting."
That's going to bring us Toshinori. Toshinori is going to continue to try to get into the fight with a dash. As far as he gets. Brings us to this guy. He's going to try to shoot Toshinori and Ruben.
okay.
Con saves from both of you.
Yeah, right. There we go.
Toshinori fails and becomes paralyzed. Toshinori's not having a good day. Brings us to Dude. Dude's gonna come over here because he knows what's about to happen. He's gonna cast Cure Wounds on Axie. 18 to Axie. Xerxes should stay in the back, so you don't have to heal him yet. That brings us to this spectator, who is going to attempt a ray at Torquil. Are you still paralyzed down there? I think you saved, yeah?
No.
That's what I thought.
I'm good.
He's going to send a ray at Ruben and Torquil and need wisdom saves from both of you.
Okay.
I'm feeling very bullied.
Oof.
Wisdom failed already.
I think you guys have inspo still.
Oh yeah, I do. I haven't scored.
Bardic
What was
Torquil
that?
does.
D6.
Come on,
Well,
please,
D6 isn't gonna help mine, so I'm gonna hold on to that.
Torquil still fails. Which brings us to Torquil. Torquil, you get to make a ranged attack against an ally. Actually, be a random. Let's see who it is. You have a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have a javelin, don't you?
Yeah.
You're throwing a javelin at Lunaretta.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not your great sword.
Do I still have control of my like voice?
Yeah, you're just confused.
Ulrata, duck.
As you throw it and Lunaretta ducks, it goes right over her head. That's it for
We'll
Torquil.
call it. We'll call it even.
Do I not have movement?
No, unfortunately not, like Lunaretta did earlier. That brings us to
Fuck this
Axie,
thing.
who's going to hold their turn. Xerxes.
I'm gonna step up here. And I'm gonna blast this one.
Gotcha. Get it. That is going to miss.
That's it for my turn.
Which means I need you to re-roll.
Reroll.
Yep. Roll your electric blast again.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Luckily for you, you still missed Toshinori. Actually, you have
completely
advantage, so roll again. Because he's paralyzed.
Oh no.
Because
Forgive
it's
me for what I'm
redirecting
about
at
to
Toshinori.
do. Ugh.
Oh, that's going to hit Toshinori. He did heal, so I have to give him some HP. But unfortunately, that crits, so roll me 2d10.
Oh shoot, I hit the wrong thing.
Just roll it again.
Okay.
So 8 plus 7 for 15 total damage against Toshinori as the spell bounces off the spectator, slams into Toshinori's chest. Anything else from Xerxes?
No.
Cool.
Oops.
Lunaretta.
Yeah.
The dragon's dead, so you're not frightened anymore.
Yeah.
Actually, before that... Oh, no, you missed, so you're fine. What you doing, Lunaretta?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. All right. I think I'm actually gonna. Dude, it's... I'm gonna hold my action
Okay.
when Torquil gets into melee range to either one of the spectators. I'm gonna dash in. I'm gonna do full action dash to get close to melee range with one of them.
Okay. Ruben.
Alrighty. Ruben is going to risk an opportunity attack from this spectator back here, as he is going to position himself to flank with Toshinori.
He would not currently be able to flank.
Oh, in that case, I will stay where I am. And Ruben is just going to go for the elbow slam on the very heavily injured spectator.
Gotcha.
Let's see here, unarmed strike. That is a 17.
It's going to hit.
Coming in with the elbow for 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's going to hit and kill.
Alrighty. And Ruben is going to, with his bonus action, grab his holy symbol off his belt and use a channel divinity harness divine power to get a spell slot back.
Gotcha.
And that is his turn.
Brings us to Nini.
Um. Okay. I'm actually surprised that Axie didn't run away.
You asked her not to, so she's about to bolt, but she hasn't yet.
Fair. Okay. She doesn't always listen to me, okay?
Yeah, that's fair.
So I am very glad that she did. Okay. She gets 5 healing. And that uses my free once a day use of that.
Which is then going to trigger her stuff. Is she's going to dash her happy ass all the way over here.
Yeah, and I am also going to start making my way that way.
Anything else?
That is it.
Toshinori is actually going to try to join the battle. He is not. Brings us to the spectator. He's dead. Brings us to Doot. Doot's standing next to a boy. He's going to go, don't die. Xerxes, you get 20 HP back. That is going to bring us to this spectator who's trying to shoot Axie and Ruben. Con saves from both of them.
Coming right up.
Axie fails and becomes paralyzed. Ruben fails and becomes paralyzed. Torquil, it's your turn. The forward
Fine.
party's paralyzed.
Torquil runs up over here. I think that would proc Lura's held movement.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to dash as far as I can.
Oh wait, I
still
just
have
realized I had the Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and use it. Oh,
Yep, throw that onto there.
I'm gonna laugh, it's 1.
I can't quite get there, but I'll come up. This
Hey,
way.
that means you
13.
save. You're not paralyzed.
Alrighty.
Anything else from
Uh,
Torquil?
I haven't even done anything yet. I was going to ask, do I still have advantage from Ruben's pack tactics?
No, that only lasts a turn.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm going to recklessly smash this thing with my sword.
Gotcha.
Oh, I've got to turn on.
It's gonna hit.
Advantage. Excellent.
17 damage.
That's all I can do.
Axie's going to try to make their save to get back out of the paralysis. They're failing. Xerxes.
Since the other one died, I should be good to move my hex onto this one, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna try blasting this guy. Oh wait.
Gotcha.
Is there too many people in the way? Do I need
Nope.
to move or okay, cool. Sorry if this hits any of you guys.
You're going to hit.
And then that's it.
That brings us to Lunaretta.
Yep. I'm gonna circle around. Can I? But is that flower passable terrain?
No.
Okay.
It is
Yeah
not
or no?
passable. It is, yes, it is a flower. No, it is not passable.
Oh, okay. Can I stand like here on this hex?
Yes.
Cool. Dang, got there. And I'm gonna try to stop it
You
with
get
my
flanking.
rapier. Cool. Rapier.
It's going to hit.
Cool.
Anything else?
Eh. That's it.
Ruben.
Alright, coming in for another elbow drop. And 15.
Going to hit.
7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice. Anything else?
That is all.
Nimmy.
I'll get there eventually with my little legs. Fucking tired. I'm gonna get right there.
I just
With a
realized that I
dash.
could have attempted another grapple.
Unfortunate, but we're already past. It's not like it's going anywhere, though.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. That's all I can do.
Toshinori, are you joining the battle? No. Dude's just gonna go hide over here. Dude's got bombed. Dude has no health. That's gonna be a spectator. I need a con save from Lunaretta and Ruben. Ruben saves. Lunaretta saves. Torquil. We've got
Torquil
flanking
will
with Lunaretta.
Yes, but I'm still gonna recklessly attack this fucker.
It's gonna hit.
17.
10 damage.
Wrong, because that's two. That's a 2 and 1. I can reload roll those.
11 damage? No. 8 plus
12.
4, 12, 15.
15.
Anything else?
No.
Brings to Axie. Axie's going to try to rejoin the fight. Nope. Xerxes.
I'm gonna blast again.
Blast him.
Oof.
Reroll again with advantage.
Oh man.
Miss.
Oh man.
You're going to crit. Roll 2d10.
Oh no. Oh no.
Forgive
Plus
me for what
your
I'm about to
3.
do.
That is 17 damage to Axie. Anything else?
Nope.
Lunaretta.
Yep. I'm gonna stab.
Get him. That's going to hit. 3 damage. Still alive.
That's wow. Okay.
Ruben.
All right. Going for one more elbow drop.
Are you actually elbow or are you just beating the shit out of him through shield?
I mean, I'm going for the elbow drop with the shield arm, so
Okay.
there's some weight behind it.
It's going to hit. 7, and that's a kill.
Nice.
And that ends us into combat. Unfortunately, however, we're half an hour over time, so I gotta end it here. I hope y'all had fun. For those who are watching, and I thank you for joining us as well. We will see you next time. Peace.
Oh yeah.